Where do we find everyone?
Patty's probably sitting at the clinic waiting for Krill to get out, probably like passed out at the moment.
Krill is on the medical table, still just checking the actuators, making sure everything's moving correctly. Probably has to wait for the nurse to shoo her out before she's allowed to make her way into this new world, but
Doc
she's
Mac
ready.
leans, having leaned down and said that line to you about the new you. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and get you onto a wheelchair and get you out to your friends, some of whom are still waiting for you in the waiting room.
You know what? Love it. Any chance I could buy a coat off of you that isn't this butt exposed scrub?
We can give you a pair of medical scrubs. And he just motions to Nurse Joy. Doc Mac.
That'll work.
Well, he says she'll be back with that shortly. Good luck. If you need anything, you know how to find us. There's going to be some breaking in and adjustment period probably based on your previous body. Also, I was informed that you want to keep that body.
Oh yes, I have much to do with it.
Would you like us to just put it out back for you?
Yes, please.
Just doggy bag it.
Okay.
If you drop it or something, I don't care too much.
Okay. We'll gurney it out back for you. Nurse Joy comes back in with a pair of medical scrubs, blue medical scrubs.
I'd be lying if I wasn't hoping for a doctoral coat, but this will do fine. Thank you very much, Nurse Joy.
Doc Mac says, well, I wish you well, and tell you what, I'm going to schedule you for a follow-up in 1 week just to check up on you. And
That sounds like the correct precaution to take.
he looks at Nurse
Yes.
Joy and says, Terrence, just go. Doc Mac says, well, I wish you well, and have a great day. Doc Mac walks out.
And thank you very much. I hope you get some sleep after that. She looks at the internal clock in her mind and is like, yeah, hope you get some sleep after all that. Thanks, Doc.
Nurse Joy says, arms up. Pushes a button.
Rails up the arms.
An articulated arm comes down, grabs you by your torso, and aids putting you into the wheelchair. Retracts back up into the ceiling. Nurse Joy gets behind the wheelchair and goes, all right, let's take this new body for a ride.
Looking at the chair, explicitly a ride,
Yeah.
and using her own arms with a level of sturdiness she's never felt before, wheels herself a little.
Nurse Joy helps guide you out, puts you out the front door. Who's there?
Patty's sitting right beside Troy in a chair, just like leaning on his shoulder. She's passed out at the moment.
Nurse Joy, as she exits the door, just goes,
What? Troy.
Troy is stiff as a board right now.
She stands up. She looks at Krill for a solid fucking minute.
I know. It's weird, huh?
Shit.
While all of this is happening, Nurse Joy has retreated back, and has made her way back to Terrence, and is just sort of administrativing.
How you feeling?
I'm out of one hellscape into another, but at least this one's not falling apart.
True. And I mean, you don't look half bad, so you got that going for you.
Oh. Well, I hope this leads to positive things. And honestly, I hope this gives me the time to get my work done proper.
Yeah, well, don't go too hard. Take it easy. You're working with a whole new fucking body. Jesus.
I would like to take it easy, but nope, we've got shit to get done.
Fair enough. Troy's in conked out mode. Can you send a message with your whole thing, or do you need me to send it?
I'll be real. I'm going to have to reformat a bit of me just to understand. I got to go through my own systems to figure out what they do and don't do. I think basic telecom systems is included, but genuinely don't know where the tab is yet. Got to figure that one out.
Gotcha. All right, cool. I'll send it. And she hits it, sends a group message, fills out the surgery, sends a message specifically to Troy. Hey, get off the net. We need you in flush mode.
I think it's safe to say some time has passed since passerby showed Troy the barrier. They probably made it back to the club at this point.
Almost assuredly.
Yeah, during that time, Troy probably spent some time in the club, mingling with a few of the other netrunners. However, by the time Troy gets the message, he's not inside the club. He's actually outside on the net. His feed being completely unfiltered at the moment, he kind of partially enjoys it. He was absorbing information in some sense, watching the various goings-ons, people traveling along the net, people creating their own avatars. All of it's becoming quite fascinating to Troy. Until he gets the ping. And he has a slight sense of almost disappointment. He was enjoying this. He understands this, and now he has to go back to the real world with real world responsibilities. And as he logs off, Troy's body becomes less rigid and more human-like as he stands up. And how has Krill's appearance changed in terms of the skin color, or does it still look kind of default, like how it was when she went in?
No, it seemingly has been altered at least a little to match some sort of subconscious skin tone.
As he stands up, he recognizes Patty, and he stares at Krill for a while. And he asks, "Greetings. Who is this? Will they be accompanying us?"
Patty gives a Krill look for a second. You want to say it or me?
Are you
Before-
malfunctioning, Troy?
Actually, I'm going to say before Krill can answer. Krill's old body's out here with them, right?
No, it's
Oh,
outside.
shit, that's
It's
right.
out. It's in the back.
I think Troy puts two and two together. I think he's growing up a little bit, and he just looks at Krill and asks, "Are you Krill?"
Affirmative. Only took
Then
you
I-
a bit there.
Then it is safe to assume that the procedure was a success.
Seemingly so. I'm not falling apart anymore.
That is pleasing to hear.
It is.
I take it then it's time we depart?
Yeah, I believe is the car still around back, Patty?
Yeah. I dropped off Dalton with his apartment keys, but I kept the keys so I can drive us back there really easily.
It cuts to
Perfect.
Dalton still in his wheelchair in his apartment with all the lights off, just drooling. Then cuts back to the team.
keep in mind, that's not anesthesia induced anymore. He's just asleep.
Yeah, we gotta go pick up my corpse around back.
All right. Hey, Troy. She hands over the keys. Go ahead and take Krill out towards the back. I'm just gonna wrap a lap thing up before I go.
As you wish.
Terrence says, sweetie, before you leave, I need to schedule you for your follow-up.
Yep.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a sweetie now. This is how I'm going to be referred to. All right. She rolls over to Terrence.
Doc Mack said he wants to see you in 7 days, so I put you down for the 28th, morning or afternoon.
Preferably morning.
Okay. Any time in particular you're after? I've got 9, 10, 11.
Let's go with 9. I don't need to sleep much. Or at least I didn't. Ponderances. Pass on my gratitude to Doc Mack and Nurse Joy. Honestly, yourself as well for running such a tight ship.
Will do. I've got you scheduled for 9 a.m. on the 28th. Anything else I can help you with?
Honestly, I think we're finally done with needing your guys' endless attention in the last 26 hours. So, appreciate it.
Okay. Well, thank you for using the Shard's premier medical facility, and a glass screen comes down and fogs up.
Blocking out. All right.
It's been a 20+ hour day for that office.
Mm-hmm. He's probably had like a nap in the back room, but not enough to actually get some real rest in. All right. Okay. Let's get shit done. Krill just starts rolling herself towards the back door.
Troy falls
Oh,
behind
okay.
and asks, or
I gotta go through the front door all the way around. Yeah, okay.
Troy asks, Krill, would you like any assistance?
This is the first time my arms have been able to really move my own weight, and it's just having a bit of fun, if you don't mind. But, do just look out in case I start glitching or something. I don't want to go rolling into a dumpster, please.
I understand.
Hey, Troy, can you pass me back the keys? And Patty just gives a look back over to the desk. Like, God damn it.
Troy hands Patty the keys.
Thanks. I'm gonna bring the car around as close as I can. This way it's easier on y'all. And she walks up to get the car.
Krill just kind of nods there for a bit. Patty forgot about the layout of the area. Their cars can't get to the front of this building. Let's go.
I didn't say to the front. I said as close as I can.
We gotta go around back. Anyways, Krill starts doing her rolling thing.
Just making a day out of it.
Yeah. I guess we just make our way through the shard to the parking lot, or to the parking.
Well, actually, this is the first time Krill's been genuinely in the shard, not just through her camera's lens. She actually just takes a moment to...
Krill, give me a roll.
Yeah, takes a look around. God, I actually have to move my head to look around. Is this what binocular vision is like?
This is a little too much. There's a lot of sounds. But mostly there's a lot of smells. There's desires. There's sensations. There's temperature. There's humidity. Not just data feedback. Not just a number on a HUD anymore, but wired into your nervous system. Unlike your previous body, where most of your sensory experiences were in some form or fashion, data.
And numbed.
This body is feeding directly into your brain. This body is replicating senses. You feel the vibration of the chair rolling over the floor. You smell street foods from the Global Goodies stand that has snacks from Tianjin and Johannesburg and Mumbai and Berlin and fucking Istanbul and Delhi, right? There's the smell of fresh fruit and vegetable matter being milled down in the Cyber Juice Cafe. You can smell the grilled real meats off of Roscoe's, right? You can smell the twang of the soy sauce coming out of Miss Matsutaka's stall.
Is this what happens when you can't filter out food smells? What is this? Oh my god. It's pungent.
Are you
My
alright,
aroma
Krill?
My aroma sensors were built to smell chemicals and diseases and other things that could, mess with one's falling apart body. But, oh god. All I can smell is food? Is that what food smells like? I literally had it filtered out long ago. Oh god. And a waft of grease in particular comes across Krill's nose from all those meats, and she's just like, nope, that just smells like oil now. Could you actually now wheel me out of here?
You can also smell the bodies of indigent gangbangers within the shard. The smell of sweat coming from the arena.
Perspiration actually has a smell. It's not just a data quantry.
Yes,
Oh.
in fact, I am capable of reproducing the smell of perspiration.
Why?
It is considered pleasurable to a lot of people.
I want to understand humans even less now. Oh gosh. What is... The air is warm with salt in it. Is that what salt is? Oh god. Oh. Too much. Smelly meat bags everywhere. I gotta go.
Troy grabs the back handles of the wheelchair and begins pushing Krill.
Yeah, no, I can... The air has flavor. I did not know the air would have flavor. I did not know flavor would be found in air.
I believe human olfactory and taste senses are technically linked.
I was warned that this body, when I was reading the manual, it had taste capability, but what is all of that? And, I can't even smell as far as I could before, but it's just... raw. What is this? I can't even bring up the panel internally to turn it off if it exists.
As you roll outside, you're hit with a muggy morning in NSF. By the docks. You're near the ocean.
Oh, that smells more familiar.
In an industrial area. So it is polluted smelling. It is laced with petrochemical. It is laced with decay from the flotsam and jetsam that washes upon the shore and rots there. It is heavy
This is more familiar. There's more layers to it. There's definitely more layers to it, but I can deal with this. I can deal with this.
Is Patty still with us?
Patty went off ahead. Basically, the shortcut is she was
Okay.
looking around and just ended up having to be at the back because there was no other close place. She was trying to like get out of there, but it just ended up being at the back again.
I was aware that smell could sometimes be considered overwhelming to many humans, but I have never seen a reaction of this severity before.
I'm sure most humans don't have their smell turned on like that. Yeah. And it's at this moment, Troy, you see Krill making a sour face. Her face just crimples up on itself. She's just sick of all the scents and sounds coming around her. It's really pronounced even, like almost overly exaggerated, like a child makes. Yeah, nope, done. Okay. I wasn't looking forward to this. Now I know why. And seriously, is this actually just how all of you see? I can't get over that part. Just 2 eyes. Just 2 eyes, really. That's all you use.
I'm afraid so.
It's so limiting. Why would anyone want to live this way? Whatever. Let's just get in the car, get my corpse, get back to the base.
As
Where
you
should we?
as you
Sorry.
roll around the corner, there's the vehicle idling. The body is sitting out back on a gurney.
Patty moved it a little closer towards it, just to be able to put it in there. Where you words.
Let's pop the trunk. It perfectly fits in one.
Yep, no problem. And it pops. So, how's the test run for the new body running? What are you feeling?
Everything. I'm feeling everything.
Yeah, well, the problem comes is, I've had my body for 20-something years. You'd have had that body for 2 minutes, you know?
Oh, it's cold. Why is it cold?
It's the air conditioning and everything. Don't worry about it.
Go
Great.
outside.
Let's get you inside. We can turn on the heater. Hey, Troy, can you put the
Troy's already over there.
Cool. Cool. So, yep, just move the wheelchair beside one of the back seats, lock it in place. All right, do you want me to help lift you into your seat, or you got it?
Rill's just kind of staring at her legs, almost like she's intimidated.
All right, cool. So here's what you're gonna do: grab my biceps, just wrap and just grab, and then we'll just shift you over. Okay. Cool.
Oh, the Before Krill even starts leaning on you, she's just holding your arm and feeling the sensation. She's just like, "Oh, the tactileness."
Yeah,
I only
you
realized
just,
now my right hand was missing these major nerve endings.
you just feel the cuts and the holes in different places.
You've been wounded a lot.
Eh.
Not a good sign for a medic, but good sign for a merc. Anyways, and then suddenly you just feel her yoink as she's trying to stand up.
Yeah. All right, come on. And then just slowly puts her in the car and just, there you go. All right, seatbelt right there. Just put that on.
Krill's
And
just wiggling her feet, sitting in the chair.
Troy has already placed the body and closed the trunk.
Cool. Thank you, Troy.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
cool. Just closes up the wheelchair.
Krill.
Do it.
Give me a roll.
Oh no.
Oh no. -2.
What the fuck is that sound? You've been so overwhelmed by everything else, but when you yelled, "Thank you, Troy," that's your voice.
Oh God, that's me. No, it doesn't. No, where's the symphonics? Where's the symphonics? No, I don't hear it. I have tone. Up, down. No, I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. Ew.
Okay, I'm gonna put the wheelchair on the other side, and we'll just, unless we're leaving it here, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just
That'd be
put in.
stealing?
I mean, if they shut it down, like, what are we supposed to do?
Didn't Dalton take his too? Are they
Yes.
just included in the price?
I guess so.
If I knew how to digitally bring up a bill, I would. Troy, do you have access to the records? I know they got forwarded to Karen, but I don't know if you have them.
I don't believe
Oh
they
my
were forwarded
God,
to
my
me.
voice can crack. Ah!
I can request the records from Karen if you would like.
Yeah, just just sorry, I'm still getting used to I can hear myself.
Okay, while you're having this, let's
Please.
get in the car and get on our way.
Ask Karen if the bill includes 2 wheelchairs. Or are we going to be billed if we don't bring them back?
Karen gets a little ping on her device by Troy, and it just states, requesting the medical records, please. Or medical billing records, to be specific.
Was I sent those?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe
Bill would-
Karen got sent possibly copies of intakes for people, possibly one for herself, not given access to any account.
Wait, no, I thought I definitely... No? Fuck, then it's just Krill? Oh no. I don't know how to access my files even right now. I know they installed them in me, but I don't know how to access them.
Okay, we're overthinking this. We can just give them a call tomorrow when they're open and just say if we need to drop off the wheelchairs. That's it. Okay, let's just get on the road and get in the fucking car.
Okay. I agree. While you are driving, I'm going to try and access a file directory. I'm going to see if I can do that.
Do you want my codex while you're... Okay, well,
I am a codex.
I'm just saying, like, if you can't figure it out, I've got this one. You could do whatever, okay? And
I
she
don't know if I could log in to it through yours. I'm too integrated. I have no idea how to fucking do it manually.
All right, cool. Well, while you're figuring that out, let's just get on our way. And she just closes the wheelchair beside Krill on the other side and just make sure it's tightly packed, and then just and gets on the way. We're gonna make a drive check. We're not going too hard, so I'm just chilling. It's a +1. That's fine.
As you pull out into traffic, you have to wait at the first light. So you wait at at that light. There's a hollow ad that plays in front of you. Every opportunity to inundate somebody with advertising. The city tends to take it, seeing as most of the road network advertising rights are licensed out by the arcology to various entities and advertising agencies. And at that particular moment, there's a ad for an Orion Motorworks LAV, and you see a sleek hover car actually glide through your, like, what would be sort of from one's transiting the road one side to the other. and you just see the text rise up, and it goes, "Rise above traffic. Orion Motorworks, new LAV. The Stellar Glide X9. Get yours today." And by the time the ad is over, the light turns green and lets you proceed. The
Super magnets do a real number on those things.
the
Ooh,
the
ideas.
traffic network could have been automated years ago to use predictive algorithms so that there's no pausing at any traffic lights, but then they found that traffic lights were a perfect opportunity for advertising, and so they just re-rolled out traffic lights in order to have a moment where people can just be further inundated with another means of advertising. As you proceed back towards base, where do we find Karen?
If it was possible to have a conversation with Natalie, I would like to.
By all means.
Thank you, first of all, Natalie.
No, I mean, thank you. When she says thank you,
Wow.
she also squeezes Jigu's hand a little bit.
I found it hard to care most of my life. So feeling some things again is appreciated. In that, I would like... I have friends. I have friends now. I guess I can call them that. And I want to try and do something. I have a job. And I could use your help.
What do you need?
There's a bar, restaurant. It's called Setabello. I believe it's owned by Gavin Bayette. He's someone I'm interested in learning about. I'm gonna pay a visit there on Friday.
You just see her gesture, and one of the kids just stands there and is taking notes.
Anything you could tell me about what might go on there beyond restaurants? Maybe anything interesting, particularly about Mr. Bayette. But I plan on being there Friday evening. It might be convenient for us to meet nearby to discuss what you find. Maybe Greenview Park?
You see her lean over and down to one of the children and just whispers. She goes, "I'll be busy, but don't worry. There'll be somebody waiting there. This Friday or next?"
This.
So tomorrow.
Time is fleeting.
Okay. We'll see what we can do in that short amount of time.
Much appreciated. I look forward to seeing you again.
We'll let you know when the information's available.
Couldn't have asked for more.
Okay. Where do we find Dalton?
Dalton has started to wake up and groggily start moving around his apartment as if it's a normal day. As he wakes up more, though, the ringing in his ears gets louder, and he starts to realize that he's, a little more off than a usual morning. Gets up and starts putting together his morning coffee.
Give me your roll.
Also, what time is it? Because, he's acting like it's morning, but... -1.
Okay. It would be dependent. So hold on, I can do rough math for you. So it could be, depending on anywhere you need it in the timeline narratively, between 8 and 10 a.m.
Okay, so it's like 9:45.
On the counter is a mirror, a handheld mirror.
Dalton looks at it for a second and picks it up and looks at himself.
There's a note on the back.
What's it say?
What is Giordano.
Dalton looks at that for a few seconds, turns it back, looking at the reflection of himself, and in looking at the reflection of himself, there's kind of this quiet moment where almost he doesn't recognize himself in that image for a moment. And he kind of has like a 1,000-yard stare. And then just snaps out of it. I gotta get this ringing out of my head. Starts putting together his coffee, hoping that it's just a caffeine withdrawal. He's still a little fumbly on what happened last night and yesterday, potentially longer, depending on how bad his brains are scrambled. Once he gets his coffee made, he moves to the living room. I mean, he's got like his island in his kitchen, but he moves to like standing in front of the couch, and he's about to turn on the TV when he pulls out his codex instead. And he calls Patty.
Just pulling up, probably. Hey, yo, what's up?
Hey, Patty, I woke up in outside my apartment. What are you up to?
I'm just pulling up to the base right now. We just got Krill out of surgery. I dropped you off at your place after you took the fucking hit to your head. Your apartment keys, I put them on your chest. I'm gonna drop a pin for this car where it's located, so you know where it is. I don't want to fuck up like last time. So, yeah, that's where we are right now.
Okay. So I'm gathering from what you've said that I did get knocked in the head really hard.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I'll tell that.
Did I get rolled by homeless people?
I didn't see. I was too busy trying to get you out. There were some motherfuckers in like a fucking little hole on the side of the road, but like they were all like crying and weeping and shit. I don't know.
Okay, are you guys are heading back to the base? Should I go meet you there?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna step out to it's that gun place right beside the apartments, right? I need to get a new body armor, I think, and I'm just trying to get rid of this one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I still got a bit of a ringing in my head, but I'll head down soon. I don't know if I'm gonna take a car. It's
All right.
probably
Well,
not super safe to operate a.
yeah, you need at least a couple hours for that to wear off, probably. So I'd recommend taking the transit.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk later. I'll see you at the base.
All right, cool. Just be safe. And then she drops a pin for where the vehicle is located, takes a picture of it purposely, just to really emphasize that.
Now that Dalton's off the phone, he kind of like shakes off the last of the grogginess. The ringing has come down as he did get seen for it. And now that he's had a coffee and he knows what he's doing, he's a little more grounded. And he heads to his room. He's standing in it, still kind of out of it. Goes to his closet, opens it up, digs through a bunch of the button-ups, short sleeves button-ups and tank tops and all the garbage clothes he normally wears, and he pulls out a box from the bottom, opens it up, looks at it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get back into that mode. And he takes out like a leather jacket with like black base color with like teal siding on it, and like throws it on, and kind of doesn't fit too well in the sleeves, but still enough that it looks manageably sized, and starts heading out the front door of his apartment on his way to the transit station to head to the base.
When was the last time Dalton actually took a train?
It's been a while. Dalton he doesn't drink and drive. He doesn't drink often, but so like he's kind of familiar with it. But yeah, like it's not his favorite mode.
As you make your way to the transit station, I can't imagine Dalton actually taking much pleasure in this. This is a form of transit that I don't see Dalton approving of even. Maybe for others, but not for himself. Right? That's fine for you. If you want to, you can make whatever lifestyle choices you want to make, but don't force it upon me sort of situation. And so I could see Dalton being a little disgusted with the idea of himself on a train. Right?
Not a big fan.
It's not too long of a ride into Central Station, which is where, I mean, every major terminal route ends up in Central Station. But it doesn't take you too long. So you're headed back to base. 3 of them are already there. Karen, what are you up to?
Heading back to the base. Mostly looking for Troy, but yeah. Wanting to regroup with everybody else.
Then the 3 who have arrived there first, what are you up to?
I think Troy's already getting out of the car to go fish Krill's old body out of the trunk.
Addie's setting up the wheelchair to shifted Krill into it and starts rolling her. Hey, I just remembered, if you feel like senses are too much or whatever, like nose wise, I've got like a mask. It's like a, just put it on. You can just, it shoots out some oils of anything you want. Like you can go lavender. There's like, my favorite is springtime fresh.
I'm sorry, were you saying something, Patty? I found my file browser. I was watching a documentary. Sorry.
Mm.
No, didn't find my file browser.
I'm gonna need you to roll some checks while you figure that body out.
A +1?
Okay. You managed to open a file browser.
Yeah,
Was I able to play a video from it, or is that a whole new check?
I don't know. I'm still deciding how handicapped I want you to be, quite frankly. I think there's an innate level of skill set there, but we are talking about not just a different physical experience and different integrated experience, but a different software experience as well. Because the UA
Entirely new
platform
interface.
would be an entirely different thing from whatever your experience was. Though I could see some similarities and overlap, of course, but how one accesses that is psychocerebral. It's like how a netrunner would access the digital systems of their digital body would be the same way that you lift your arm right now, as you as a person. Can you explain to me how you lift your arm? No, you really can't. And it's just sort of the foundation of occupational and physical therapy, right? Is just being able to learn how to move your body all over again is a very complicated process that involves a lot of sort of like psychokinetic feedback, kinesthetic feedback, and you just sort of getting that experience in. And so the technological side of that, the how do I run this software in my brain sort of situation, has got to, on some level, be very similar to that sort of kinesthetic experience that, like, okay, I want that to open. I want that to happen. I want to access that. And there's a like a reinforced thought pattern, a sort of would be associated with it, right? It's just a will, right? And so what we'll be doing is will checks.
Oh no.
Stay away will from me.
Once you get that down, then we'll transfer those into hacking, investigating, noticing, the sort of actual applied skills. But until you know how to use this system narratively, it's willpower. Because that's what's going to get Krill over that hump. That's what's going to get Krill past that educational curve. That's what's going to get Krill there, is sheer power of will.
All right, let's roll that back. Sorry, Patty, were you saying something? I've been trying to open this goddamn video file for the last 20 minutes. I've gotten it to try executing as a raw codec. That wasn't useful. Took me a while to close that. I just want to watch something on the spiked green sea crab. But nope, I am shit out of luck.
Okay.
Is that difficult for humans?
I don't think this is actually a human problem, Troy,
No,
to be honest.
no, I don't have that thing. I just hit the button and it turns on.
Interesting.
Troy, do you have... Yeah, I guess they would have pre-programmed you with self-usage. Like, you would have been by birth knowing how to walk, move, and affect your own file formats, correct?
accessing my own file formats is second nature to me.
It's not for me yet.
Troy's kind of processing that. That's sort of a new concept to him.
All right. Well, in the meantime, if you ever feel overwhelmed, I've got some earplugs. I've got a face mask. Like, it can help block off some scents and tastes and everything. So, like, you know.
I might take you up on that.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing a challenge to just taking it and getting used to it as soon as possible, but I don't know how soon as possible is.
Sometimes you just need a break. Like, you're dealing with a lot of new shit, and I know we don't have time to wait, but at the end of the day, you gotta pace yourself, right? I didn't fucking run 2 miles just one day. It just took fucking time.
Running. Oh my god. Wait, is this body able to run?
I think yes, but it's going to take you time. Like, you got to figure out how to fucking walk first.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I've just...
And they're having this as they're, like, rolling into the base.
Yes.
Actually, before anyone actually rolls into the base, Troy's been staring down the alleyway for just a second. And he turns to you two and states, if Krill's olfactory sensors are easily overloaded, perhaps one of us should go in and bring Krill in through the garage door.
Right. Yep. Fair enough. You want to go open up the back?
Troy's just kind of holds up the body that's in his arms right now.
Sorry, I'm brain. Yeah. Wordy's tired. So, cool. Just rolls around the back and just pulls it open.
I do not believe I can follow the logic of why I should go through the garage door, Troy. Granted, I have a feeling any logic circuits I have are not on point right now.
The precipitation in the front door section contains a lot of sulfuric compounds, among other substances that you have already demonstrated are overwhelming to your senses.
Okay. I could always smell the shit water before, but yeah, I guess now I probably really don't want to smell it as I smell now.
And just rolls in, closes it down. You want me to place you somewhere in particular? Like at the computer desk or whatever?
Actually, yeah. I would
Okay.
like to be at the table, but I don't think I could even access it right now.
Yeah, we're working on levels here, right? We're figuring out how to put a block in a hole. That's what we're doing. And just
Well, we're not
rolls-
putting a square block in a round hole. That sounds like idiot's work. Is
Well-
that what you're used to, Patty?
Oh, hilarious. And then she just rolls her and just shakes it just slightly, just to throw her off a little bit, but not enough to fuck with her.
I felt
Alright.
that.
Yep. And Patty does lean on the shoulder a little bit, and it just gives a small flick.
On
Nothing?
Krill's shoulder?
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
Troy,
I
she
can
leans
feel
in-
things everywhere?
Yeah. She
Not
leans
just
into
my
Troy.
fingers?
Okay, that's actually kind of fucking funny. And she just walks off and starts gathering the other body armor and just puts in her bag.
Troy's just walking into the garage door with the body in his hands and places it on the operating table in the office.
So the drones start to freak the fuck out the moment Troy walks in holding the body of what they now assume is their dead mother.
Troy's just, are they like doing anything, or are they just like making noises, or?
Snips is probably just making noises in the corner, the 4 flyers are circling you. Just constantly circling you.
Troy's just kind of frozen as he's watching these things. Not sure what to do about it. He just sort of inches a little closer and closer to the table.
Oh shit, Troy, I can't speak with them right now. They're not on my network. They're on the bases. Can you tell them it's okay?
Troy just thinks for a moment and begins accessing some network ports and sending some signals to the drones and I guess binary robot language stuff. And explains that Krill is fine. This is no longer Krill. Krill is in a new body.
They understand it. Is there a role for understanding? Probably, but
Should I roll anything? Or
Yeah.
can we... Okay.
yeah, give a
I'm gonna need
I
you
don't
to
know.
roll first, Troy.
what is it? Persuasion, I guess.
Alrighty, +2.
Um, I'm trying to decide whether I want this to be a hack roll or a rapport roll.
That's a good question.
I think because you are trying to convince these things, it's a rapport roll.
Alrighty.
Which puts you at a +4, which is a great roll. Now, Krill, I need you to roll for these automatons.
Whoa.
That's up to the DM's disclosure if we needed high or low numbers.
Yeah,
Well-
a -2 is rough.
I will be working off your stats and see if... Let's see. There's your column. That covers the gap. Basically, I was just doing a shift. So, Caboose, who likes to actually know the system, you're working off a shift, and you covered her negative. There's the distance that she slid, you covered. And so
Sweet.
yes. And so yes, consider it successful.
I finally understand what that word means because I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
All the flyers kind of start to calm down. 4 is just watching the body intensely. 2 is looking around. Snips maybe is shaking a little less in the corner, but Snips is still just kind of freaked out by Troy and Period in general, so not the
Oops.
most comfortable.
Just seeing the general dismay of all the little drones. Troy's actually pretty delicate when he places Krill's body on the table and kind of just backs away slowly.
Thank you, Troy.
And just remembering the first time Troy saw Krill in the new body, he looks over and asks, "Are they aware this is you?"
Not at all. They would have no comprehension of such things, not until I could access the network. And I can't even launch a fucking video file.
Perhaps I can.
I'm sure you can access the video file. Getting me onto the network, though, I think would be a lot harder.
Not you. Me.
We would Krill just lifting her hand to her chin. You would have to understand how I program, but I think you could. Absolutely. Unless you wanted to brute force your way in again.
Troy's just looking down at the old Krill body, and then looks back up at Krill and states, I may be able to route through your old body.
It's a mess in there, to say the least, but you very well could.
I've begun to grow accustomed with dealing with messes.
Right you are.
Well, Troy looks over the body, looking for any various ports that he could access. Physical ports, that is.
Fuck off, huge one on the back of the head.
All right. And after finding it, he opens, his thumb pops open, and he puts the thumb into the port.
I don't know what Krill's system entails.
Yeah, that... It'd be like trying to put a USB key in a floppy disk drive, the equivalency of it.
I also hesitate to... The central processing unit of the system that was Krill has been removed.
Yeah, I'm not...
I'm
Oh, shit, that's a good point.
This is attempting to hack a computer that doesn't have a CPU in it at present.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And
Or
so
a power source.
the functionality of this is a process I'm reticent to even see how this progresses.
Do you want to possess a corpse?
Yeah,
Do you
good
want to
point.
experience that?
Perhaps we should rescind that moment.
No,
Oh,
because
okay.
nothing happens.
All right, fair enough. Just after a couple attempts, realizing that this is kind of futile, Troy removes the port and looks back at Krill and states, I may have misunderstood this assignment.
I think that's okay. There's not a lot going on in that shell now.
Perhaps we can figure something out later.
Absolutely. I'm sure I can take out the networking systems and wire them to its own isolated machine at some point. Until then, could you just, I don't know, talk to the drones every so often? Make sure that they know I'm me and everything's okay?
I will do my best.
Appreciate that, Troy. The drones, well, they can't exactly talk to you all. They have gotten used to everybody in the base.
Hattie
Actually,
just
oh, sorry. I was just
No,
going to ask Karina real quick. Is there like a level of communication that they do, like the network and digitally and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll save that for later.
Can I just interject? Because I have to sit at my own fucking table, and I can never sit at my own table. There's a level of problem solving here that I've already gamed like 3 ways in my head, because this is outside of my setup, and so it's a like a quest that I was like immediately, I'm like, oh, okay, I would do this, or this, and so there are solutions here I see for you. So don't give up.
We don't plan to.
No. I can feel like the scenes. Yeah.
Karen and Dalton would probably be arriving sometime relatively soon. Dalton would be, I don't know how Karen is coming, how she'll be arriving, if she's...
Public transport.
Okay. So you two may actually run into each other you would be coming the same way.
She could smell him before she saw him.
Yeah,
Burgers. Dalton?
Oh, Karen, jeez, I didn't see you there. I'm kind of in a haze.
Surprised to see you up and about. Where are you coming from?
I think Patty ditched me in front of my apartment.
In your apartment, okay? Just to clarify, Patty put you in your apartment.
Yeah, she can't always be bad.
Yeah, it is what it is. I figure that's as helpful as Patty's gonna get.
Are you okay?
Well, I specifically took public transportation just to make sure I didn't, I don't know, potentially black out behind the wheel or something, but I'm not necessarily okay because I'm in this giant cheese box.
Cool.
Seems
All
like
right.
you would have a much better way to get to the base than this, though.
Then, that'd be you.
Oh. I see where I've miscalculated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Has Patty been driving my cars?
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
My migraine has returned.
Oh, good. Good. It's fine. You're alive. Good.
As long as she didn't bang them up too much, it should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, doubt that you're going to be doing your little racy race, are you?
With that immediate question, Dalton's blood boils again. Oh. No, I think I'm okay for it. I think I can pull it off still. It's not the first time I've driven a little banged up.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun for you.
Yeah. What's driving without the challenge of brain damage, you know? Makes it more exciting.
I wouldn't know. I've never had that happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been seeing a leprechaun in my mind's eye for the last, like, month and a half or something, so I'm pretty much already there.
Okay. Are you all right?
You know, I'm starting to ask myself that more and more frequently, but yeah, for the physical part, I feel fine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Dalton's
Karen,
just
Karen
thousands
doesn't
yards
want to
staring.
say anything else to Dalton now.
Yeah, and Dalton's
Just
just
silent walks the rest of the way. What is wrong with my people? God damn it. Fucking leprechauns. Thought that was in LA.
Dalton
Cleveland?
just likes roasting.
Alright, so I'm assuming now we've made it to the base. I don't want to say anything else until I make it to the base.
Yeah, as we get off the public transportation and just silently walk the rest of the way to the base, Dalton just like a few steps behind Karen, not saying anything.
Karen comes in the door entrance, not the garage door. And where do I find people.
Yeah,
We're all-
Dalton's right behind.
We're all
I
probably
smell
inside.
something flowery.
It's probably Karen. I know the perfume. Surprisingly, whenever she has that and you add a little bit of sweat, it works.
I will have to take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't imagine you're going to be doing the same shit anytime soon.
Oh god, is this body capable of that? No, I don't want to even fucking think about that.
Welcome to it.
Oh, I'm sorry, what? What bodily function is in question?
Sex capability.
Oh, yeah, no, that body's fully capable as far as that's concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, Karina knows that.
Yeah.
Frail, who is inhabiting Karina, is really not happy to know that.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
As Karen walks in, looks over at the new body of Krill's and just goes, "Oh, hey, Krill." And then turns to Troy, says, "Troy, can I talk to you for a minute?"
Troy just looks over the Karen and says, "Absolutely."
Go off in the back room.
Very well.
Did I miss something here, Krill?
Which Krill is he looking at?
Kind of like back and forth between what looks like your corpse and what Karen.
He's keeping one eye on each.
Canonically, Dalton doesn't.
You lined him up for that.
I love you, AJ.
Weird how your love feels like just hate. Always hate.
Your love makes me very self-conscious.
You sent me a 3 gig file today. I can't be mad at you.
Sorry, that still got me.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to catch myself.
Take your time, enjoy it.
Hey, we love you, man.
I'm sorry, we're not trying to side eye you here, buddy.
Patty hands over the keys. Here you go. Car's parked out right there. Dropped a picture and everything. I am not trying to do the same thing.
You didn't bang them up too much, did you?
Nope, didn't hit a fucking thing.
Hey, I'm mildly proud of you.
Hey, you'll see from the... Oh, wait, I can't do that anymore. I was going to bring up the footage of her not crashing and actually stopping at every stop sign this time.
You know,
Damn it. Okay, we gotta get you back in the new body. I want that.
at
You
some
mean in
point,
the old body?
It's fucking with my head a little bit, okay?
Listen, if you want to get recordings of your driving actually going well, grab one of the drones.
Patty looks at a minute and then just sees the one staring. What's that one?
That was number 4. They don't have a nickname. I've offered many a time. They just like to be called number 4.
Can it understand me?
Yeah. Like the way a toddler understands adults.
Okay. She walks over to it. Hey, 4, and she just kind of like lightly taps it.
Yeah, you would get its attention by tapping it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's flying, remember? You kind of just
Yeah,
made it go.
yeah.
"Mm."
Yeah. Well, hey there. How you doing, bud? And she's kind of just staring at this drone as she's like trying to figure it out.
It would just stare back at you.
Okay.
On my body, on the back of its head,
Mm-hmm.
you can see 5 chip ports there.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is the black chip. Just put it in your codex.
Okay.
You can literally issue it direct commands if you need, but it will
Okay.
follow you around now.
All right. A4.
Yeah, no, the drone is definitely. The drone is looking at you like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. She just kind of talks to the codex for a second. A4. My name's Patty. How you doing? And it's just kind of that like, not really responding, but kind of just staring as she's just getting this whole vibe. And she's like, okay, all right, so cool. You want to just follow me for a bit? And she just kind of just lets it. It's just weird because it's not directly communicating back to her, so she's trying to figure out the vibe.
Or doesn't like to communicate much as is, so good luck with that one.
Give me a roll.
Okay. -2.
The word that floats through my mind is inscrutable.
Yeah. I can see what this relationship's going to be like. Yep. All right.
It just stares at you with the thousands of long yard stares through you.
Yeah. Actually, I have an idea. She puts her hands like right under 4, not covering any ports at the moment. She says, "Can you slowly drop yourself into my hands? I want to see how heavy you are." And just slowly watches it drop. How heavy is it?
I feel like you need another roll for that. That's not like a easy direct command. You're just.
Yeah. Well, I'll get another roll for that.
You could also just ask Krill the weight of the flying drones.
-2. Oh, -2. So it's like.
Tell me exactly what you try and say to this drone.
Yeah.
What is the command that Patty
yeah.
sends over?
Patty is specifically trying to say, slowly drop into my hands, because she wants to feel the weight.
The drone flies forward and hits you in your forehead.
We'll figure that out. Yep.
Phil's just looking at this like, for all I know, he absolutely got the command directly. And number 4 still did that.
All right.
Good
first.
Am I correct in my lore knowledge in that 4 was the one who was attached to Troy?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
4's got 4 out of all of them has the most mind of its own.
All right. Patty is like, well, she's still purposely trying to talk to him, but not trying to give commands. She's like, all right, good first try. This is a whole new thing for me.
4 is sometimes okay with the prefers it and they, though. As a heads up, that's the only preference it seemed to have ever have.
Cool. I might just go with 4 just to make it easy.
Probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind, though. Just curious, how heavy is 4?
All of my flying drones are as lightweight as possible, maxing out at about 2 pounds.
Yeah, I could just probably get them on my shoulder or something sometime. That'd be cool.
Yeah, they have small little landing claws.
Cool. All right, and she just says a message back. Nice to meet you, 4, and just kind of walks back to the group.
You get nothing in return.
Yep, she's saying it anyway. She's being nice. Somebody else?
I don't mind talking to Troy.
Oh, come on.
Say.
Come on, kids. You don't need me to handle your cameras 24/7.
All right, fair enough. I suppose we move on to Karen and Troy.
The camera slowly zooms towards Patty's face and merges into her forehead and we emerge through the wall into the back room where Karen is discussing with Troy about the net. I think I want you to maybe look something up for me. Maybe find something out. I have someone else I can find if you can't, but it's on a bit of a time crunch.
Of course. What would you like to know?
There's a business called A2B Transport Services Group. They have a corporate office, several warehouses. They do concierge of some kind. I don't know what kind. If you could find that out, that would be most helpful. If you could get more, like any of their corporate data on what they maybe revenue-wise get up to, that would be also useful, but I'm more interested in what they do. Does that seem like something you could do for me?
When do you need the information by?
Ideally by tonight, but tomorrow morning, if you can.
Is there anything else you would like to ask?
Extra info. The owner is named Gavin Bayet. Beyett. He inherited it, but I don't think that's important.
I will begin my search the very moment that I have ensured that I do not have any more responsibilities to attend to.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now, is there... I didn't want to ask Patty what's going on in there.
May I be frank?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
Human behavior is... Well, though I have a deep and analytical database to compare it to, my actual understanding of human behavior is very limited.
I can understand how that would take a few extra process cycles to take care of.
Your priorities always seem to be very esoteric.
Ah, glad to see that I'm seen.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss?
That'll do. Thank you, dear. Let's
Very
go
well.
join the others.
So
Hello,
how you doing, Dalton?
Patty.
What? Sorry, I was just
Mm.
making sure Dalton stays awake. I just want to make sure there's nothing else going on with him.
Do I need to
Oh.
monitor Dalton like I had to monitor Jacob?
Nah, you're good. He's fine. I just,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the doctors put some nanites in my brain or something and fixed it up. I'm pretty good.
Oh, good.
You hungry?
No, weirdly enough.
Okay. Just make sure you get something to eat before your race, all right?
Yes, the race. Speaking of which, Krill, how
wait.
are you doing?
My faculties are all here. I just do not know how to access them.
Probably gonna be a stretch to get you to fix up one of those cars, eh?
If I knew how to open up my blueprint program and I could access the table, then I could. But until then, only my word of mouth is all I can really do. I might be able to twist a wrench.
That was a long way to go to say no.
I don't want to say no, that's why.
I know. I appreciate you anyway, Krill. Have you lost contact with your drones, by the way? They seem a little out of it.
Yeah, they're only on the basis network, and they're not exactly taking my body laying on the table very well.
It's jarring, to say so myself.
Yeah, no. So far, Troy is wanting to help out. Patty's took a number 4 off of our hands. You know, if you want a drone to help out with missions, now's the time to speak up. You know.
Yeah, I could probably use one actually. If you
If they're on your guys' codex networks, it will let them not. Well, I'll let them have something else to focus on than just. Is mom dead? Nope, mom's not dead. Remind myself, mom's not dead.
I
Yeah,
feel
well-
like. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
I was thinking if what we could do is like put your network into like having your old body connected to the rest of the base. This way we could like be able to pull the chip out, put them in, and then just like I don't want like 4 to always have to be with me. I want them to be able to chill and relax.
As
Once
Karen
we
walks
can-
in, Karen looks at Krill and goes, "Oh, when are you gonna jack in?"
Maybe when I can actually access the rest of me, because I would love to, but there's
I
no
mean,
guarantee I can do anything with it.
Isn't that what that body's for?
Yeah, I guess it's for net running. And she has a very visible bleh taste in her mouth saying that.
Is there a reason you dislike the idea of net running?
I don't really have a need to escape. Escape my physical body, yeah. Net though, you get lost there. Lost in wonderlands. I find a fair bit of wonder already here, even if it's been decimated by years of war.
Usually,
That's
logging
what I
off
thought.
will put you back into your body. It's not that easy to find your way back.
And my old body was really bad at net running. I was kind of a glitchy mess on there. I'm a little afraid to see what it's like now.
Your body's literally made for it.
Old body.
Your new body is literally made for it.
I guess so. I was
That would be
hoping
the
to take...
easiest way to have you access the network, would it not?
Honestly, actually, I don't even know that as like a player or anything. Is our basis network on the net? I thought we would have tried to keep that isolated.
Didn't Troy figure out how to get on and see through the cameras?
Several
He
times.
Yeah.
Did that by going up to the server physically and bootstrapping himself to the network, though.
I imagine, this is just me assuming as Karen, if I had one of those bodies and I had an isolated network in my house, I would still be able to access it.
I failed to launch a video file.
Yeah, Krill is kind of useless right now, Karen.
Hey, no, don't say that. Don't say. And you can see something welling in her eyes.
Sorry, Krill's drones are super useful to us right now, Karen.
The hindrance between you and your drones is connectivity. I'm trying to connect you.
I can try. I had a coupling hose that technically had network capability. It's hanging from the ceiling over there. We could try.
That would at least let you establish connection, establish a protocol, and then you could just maybe talk to your drones and they'd listen to you because they'd know it's you. We
Yeah.
can work on the details of intricate networking later, but in the meantime,
I can try.
All right, here. She just pulls out the chip and just puts it back into old Grill.
No, when they're in the base, they're on the base's network. Keep 4 with you. You'll
Okay.
need them the moment you leave.
Gotcha. Sorry, 4.
Honestly, all of you could probably take one.
Hey, Dalton,
Yep.
you doing okay?
Dalton just sits there frozen for a second. Yeah, I'm okay. I just had a rough night. Not a lot of sleep, you know.
Hard
Yes.
with all those rainbows and gold pots, huh?
I
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
do not
talking
follow
about?
this metaphor.
That- we had a little conversation on the way over here, and our little driver friend here mentioned seeing a little leprechaun for the last how long again?
What is a leprechaun?
It's a short dude, I think, right?
A leprechaun is a figure from Irish folklore.
I may have been a little over exaggerative with leprechaun, but yeah, since we started hanging out, I occasionally see a person who talks to me about various things such as the mission or my old driving. It
Is he in the room right now with you?
no. To be clear to everyone, I didn't say anything because I assume I'm losing my mind. So
Okay.
I'm already a couple steps ahead of you on this.
Okay. When did you start seeing this?
When was the night that Krill blew up half of a stadium?
Our first night?
Oh yeah. Yeah, was it our first night? Yeah. Yeah, it was then.
Wait. Give me a second. Didn't you say something like you said you were feeling something then? What was it?
I believe I asked you if I should get a CAT scan for brain damage.
Right, you were worried you had a stroke.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. And you didn't get treated for a stroke at the doctor, right?
You would know better than me, honestly.
Yeah. It was brain damage, so anything that was affected would have gotten treated. What the fuck?
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll let you know when it pops back into my head. It's been pretty quiet for
Okay.
a couple days.
Has he appeared whenever you've been around us?
I'm gonna need you to roll, Dalton.
-1.
That couple days is a lie to anybody who's paying attention. Now, if you want to pay attention, I'm gonna need a roll out of you. But
Yep, I'm rolling empathy. That's a +0, so that's 4.
Plus
That
one.
is a... Damn, I need to double check my empathy.
Patty, Karen,
That's a 1.
Troy, all realize a couple days is a lie.
Hey, Dalton.
Have you seen the leprechaun recently?
Okay, well, yes. During my blackout, I don't remember much, but I'm pretty sure we had a interesting conversation.
Okay.
Has anyone or anything else appeared mysteriously?
You know, it's just been consistently the one dude.
Okay. And this isn't a brain issue. I don't fucking know. This is beyond me.
Does your family have a history of schizophrenia?
Not a lot of my family's around anymore, so not a lot going on before then.
Let the man breathe. You're layering way too many questions on him.
Okay,
Hey,
okay. To be
new
fair,
body and new empathy.
okay, look, I'm just concerned because Dalton here has been saying he's been seeing this leprechaun for a good long while, as long as we've known him. I'm trying to make sure there isn't a fucking screw loose.
I mean, it's not like it's every day.
What, you're gonna tell me you all don't hear voices on occasion when you're in the dark?
No.
That's my next question. Have they been mean?
No, strangely insightful, as if they know my past and my history, which makes sense coming from my own brain, but like far nicer to me than I am to me.
Oh. Well, at least they aren't a jerk. Yeah.
Does the medical clinic offer therapy?
You would know better than me.
Well, I'm asking this kind of just to the group because Patty hasn't looked into it.
NSF has a long list of mental health counselors that will do just about any legwork.
What a shock that Patty doesn't know anything about therapy in the city.
Jesus, dude. Like,
Sorry, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
okay, all right, we're gonna back off, but like, maybe just check with.
Everyone's mental health is their own shit, you know?
Yeah, I just if it starts telling you to kill people, just give us a heads up, okay?
Yeah, I'll keep you up to date. I'll let you know what is going on, if I can even make sense of it. You know, it's been kind of wild for me. It's one of the reasons I don't bring it up is just because it feels like I'm going insane.
Yeah, I
mean, based on your record of driving so far, it hasn't seemed to have affected you in a negative way in that respect. So
He was in the passenger seat during my race.
Oh God.
I mean, you won.
To be the best sometimes takes you having a few screws loose. I don't think that's an awful thing.
Hey, as long as I can still drive, I don't care how damaged my brain gets.
All right, just
me too.
Yeah, just next time he shows up and we're with you, just give us a heads up, okay?
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know, especially if it is in the room with all of you, but that's been pretty rare.
Okay. And she just kind of just puts a hand on Dalton's shoulder and gives it a small squeeze, just kind of like, yeah. Hey Karen, I don't know if we have anything else planned today, but I was going to hit up the Lee's armory place, and I was gonna, considering Krill's out right now, I was gonna sell my MedTac shit, like the jacket, and try to get another one. I was like, I'm running low on funds right now, so like, do you think whatever is left over you could front the cost?
How many figures are we talking here?
I mean, at most it would be like 3 numbers.
We should be able to do that.
All right. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, if you need me to do anything for you, like your whole specific thing or whatever, just, I'll pay you back.
I might have use of you in the next day or two, depending on what I learn. But yes, I will keep you in mind. What are you getting again?
Oh, I was just getting run-of-the-mill body armor. Just, I'm trying to get rid of this and just go for something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be okay. Good.
Yeah.
Can take a licking. Good.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay helpful. I don't want to get shot, so I can't put you back together,
Shot more than your armor can take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I noted that. Okay, then yes, you can have those funds.
Okay. Thanks. Do we have
Don't-
anything else?
Don't tell them and you know me. Don't mention me.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Good.
Dalton, come over here for a second.
Dalton walks over to Krill.
Don't let them make you feel like having a few screws loose is any way, shape, or form a bad thing. Honestly, sometimes what makes us the best people in this world. But if you are worried about it, take Chip with you, number one. They'll, if Giordano's in the room or something, you can just ask it to record. Get a second view on it.
We need to retcon that.
Oh? Oh, I didn't know the name. You're right. If that leprechaun is in the room with you, just put it to record. See what's there.
Okay. And I appreciate you saying that, Krill, as somebody who was literally made out of loose screws an hour ago.
24, but yes.
I don't know anything about time right now.
No, I don't suppose you were. You were really clocked out hard.
Yeah, what did I get hit with?
About 20 bums.
Damn. That's gonna affect my reputation at the soup kitchen.
Yes. They had a burial at sea for the person that you single-handedly handled over and over and over again.
Yeah, for some reason that part is like vividly clear in my mind, even though everything else around it's pretty bleak.
Sorry, I just read what guy wrote. Yeah. That
Yeah, I really lost it on that
you
one.
did. I will say, you beat me to that punch, but you beating me to that punch is the surprising part.
I'm just glad to know that you were as ready to maul him as I was, you know? I don't feel so alone.
But you're not always thinking of ways to kill people?
It's been a
You know what?
long
No.
time.
You know what? Not the conversation for today. All the same, the light blue chip in the back of my head over there, throw it in your codex. Number one will keep you safe. They're called Chip. Hope you two get along.
Okay. Dalton walks over to Krill's. The last time he saw Krill was in his body, so he just walks up to it and he's standing over it for a second. And then as he's going to reach for the chip, he very clearly like he's literally like stealing the shoes from a dead body. Like just pulls out his codex, puts the chip in. That felt horrible.
I'm just... yeah.
Good news, you look less like a fish monster of some kind.
Oh. That doesn't feel like good news.
I'll find some new thing to make fun of, I'm sure.
Okay. I like fish.
Dalton calls Chip over. Hey, looks like we're friends now, little buddy.
You recognize Chip as the one that normally gets already close to you and does little dances on occasion.
Give me your roll.
God, this is a great start.
You're also
-2.
impersonal with robots. It's incredible.
repeat performance. Chip just right into your forehead.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, does it?
not after I just got a concussion worked on at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
I can't even blame Chip. That's what he just likes to do, period.
Oh, thank you so much for that.
Well, to be honest, the last time he did it, he was whacking the fuck out of Swain.
Oh,
Yeah, so don't piss him off.
Or piss him off in the right direction.
that's advice I can take.
All right. So if there's anything else, guys, are we doing anything today? Because if we're not, I'm just gonna get the armor and then come back.
I think you have a great idea. Get in some armor, Patty. That sounds efficient with your time.
All right, cool. She slings the bag around and then says, "All right, well, you got me on Codex. If you need me, come on forward. Let's head up." And she's just kind of like waiting to see if it's going to follow her at all.
Give me a roll.
All right, here we go.
-2. -2.
Come on, come on.
-4. -4.
It follows you and weaves its way between your legs like a cat and trips you. No, trips you.
Yeah, I'm trying to indicate the physical. Just like,
Yeah. Properly face plant.
That's my little psychopath.
Yeah, it doesn't feel so good when you bonk your head, does it?
She turns to 4. Okay. First lesson. Don't fly between my legs, please. Hey, that fucking hurt, okay? Just don't do that.
I stand number 4.
I am number 4. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys later. Fuck. And she just walks out.
An accent.
I don't think.
that.
I don't think 4 can do anything
Yeah,
accidentally.
For those watching, Caboose sometimes posts screenshots of his notes as he's taking them, and he's got 4 accidentally trips Patty, and we are all in immediate agreement. There ain't anything even intimated about that. 4 was like, "Fuck you, bitch." You're not my mom. You're not my real mom. Fuck.
I can see how this is gonna go. Basically, the asshole gets the asshole.
Real Ash and Pikachu vibes.
Also, all of those drones know how much stress you put Krill through in the past week.
I don't blame him.
All right, so Patty's heading to Lee's discount armor and weapons. Using which vehicle, out of curiosity?
She's gonna walk. She's not taking the car this time. She left the keys with Dalton.
So you're gonna walk?
Or take the transit.
Okay.
I was meaning not taking a car.
I'm like, oh, we're doing Patty's day out. Okay.
No. I'm trying to get in and get out, not go too crazy.
Guy's gonna throw you off a building.
Oh. All right. So Patty's gonna bang a left out of the base, head towards the central terminal. What's everybody else gonna do while Patty makes her way?
Thank God she's finally gone. Krill. Oh, wait, she's busy.
What I was
Look.
going to do is also dependent on Krill, too.
Look at that. All right. Well, then I'll shift it up. Comes darting back. Never mind.
I'm sorry, I have a big water bottle. It's coming back to bite me in the ass. Stay hydrated, everyone.
Or don't. Makes you go to the bathroom.
I was gonna say, if it interrupts your GM's tabletop session, fucking dehydrate yourselves. Hashtag medical advice. Hashtag
Cup
a real
under the-
doctor. Fuck it.
Hashtag raised by a nurse.
Water's overrated.
It's optional.
Yeah,
Get a catheter.
exactly. Self-cath. Fucking yeah. All my players are required to self-cath before sessions.
Yeah.
I don't want
Burping
to
it is
try
not a
sounding
good
that
noise.
way. Ah.
Yep. All right. So anyway, as Patty makes her way to the central terminal, and will be let's see, that's actually a straight shot down, so it won't take you that long to get to Lee's. What's everybody else up to?
Heron is checking in with Krill, as flippant as she was about noticing the new body.
Dalton's just interacting with number one, Krill.
AKA Chip. It's probably just easier to call it Chip.
Yeah, I just want to get all the data down.
It's the blue one in the photo I put up above. Yeah, the
What do you
surgery.
need? Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say the surgery went well. Thanks for asking. But
Clearly.
yeah, just. Oh God, I can't access a file because, well, not only because I can't really figure out how to fucking do it, but secondly, I'm hearing, smelling, tasting every fucking thing around me, and it is so distracting.
Yeah, you get used to it.
I do wonder, again, how much that sensory input is filtered if, say, you were jacked in.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Fine. Let's try. Let's try. Krill goes to stand up.
Oh, give me a roll.
I knew that was coming. -1.
You don't even make it out of the chair. So you guys kind of sort of see this sort of motion, this sort of like core motion, and it's only a -1. You don't face plant, right? You don't even get up. It's not, there's no actuation of legs here. It's just sort of this kind of, yeah, this sort of like lean forward sort of situation. And it's like, okay. And
I don't think I know the following step on this. Here, have you ever just learned to walk in a day? Because
Once, but you
Yeah,
know.
I was gonna say it took me a while to learn too, but I also practiced when I was 1.
I'm lucky.
Oh no,
my
I was
arms-
talking about a bad peyote trip. No.
Nice.
I think I remember reading about that drug once. I'm lucky my arms work mostly similar to how the old ones. My left hand really wants to spin 360. It's not capable of doing that, so I have already felt it twinge a little. But yeah, they mostly work fine. I have no idea how to stand up.
Aaron offers Krill a hand.
Oh boy, we're doing this. Guaranteed.
Does this
Krill
require a
shake-
roll?
Oh yeah, this is gonna require a roll, I'm pretty sure.
Plus
Plus
2.
1.
okay, so you have a +2. You have a +1. This is less standing than it is being supported. So, Karen, this isn't a particularly heavy body. It's actually an interesting piece of kit, right? All in, it's not that big a deal. but you are petite. And now you have functionally dead weight.
Hey! Thanks so much, Garrett. Now I have no idea what we're doing next here.
Haha. Okay.
Do you need
Yes.
any assistance?
You know, if you could.
Yes, please. This
Troy
is only
walks over
for
and-
both of us.
And part of Karen's supporting Krill is a very strong arm around the waist.
Is this what dancing feels like?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh. You know, I've actually always wanted to do that. All I could do was really bounce before. As she reaches for Troy's shoulder to get a bit more support. Troy, with your amazing height, could you please reach that cable that's hanging there?
Since Troy is still technically in twink mode,
Oh shit. Troy, with your non-existing height right now, could you go on your tippy toes and try and get that cable?
Troy looks up and activates his stunt.
Oh shit!
It's 1 per session. I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was 1 per session. So he just starts growing taller and taller and taller until he reaches his maximum height, which is about, I think we established 7'2".
Damn, he's a
we-
grower.
That feels outside the bounds of what would be normal. Do we
All
have?
right, let's say 6'8".
Yeah, like this. I'm like that feels like a number. Like my instinct on that number was like, I don't think I would have approved that number.
Troy's just over here like, I am no Goliath.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so then Troy's maximum height is about 6'2" or 6'8" then,
I'll take it.
which I'm assuming that gives him plenty of reach to grab that.
Inflataboy.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
more
it
ways
was-
than one.
Holding
it's
onto
plenty-
those arm
it's
muscles
plenty
while
of
that
height,
happened.
yeah.
That was interesting.
So Troy, after reaching his maximum height, he just reaches up and grabs the cable and hands it down to Krill.
Krill's looking at this cable that she built specifically for connecting to her old self, as it has excessive couplings of what it needs. She's just looking at the central node. That's all she actually. I think it'll fit. It's worth a try.
Where does your body need to be?
Troy, do normal bodies stiffen or do they go limp when they enter the net?
I'm not actually certain. The only other body I have ever seen net driving was the Null Mage, and unfortunately, when we found the body, they were dead.
You mean this body?
That is correct.
Okay. I don't remember that body having much muscular control when we found it still half alive, but that's safe to just put me back in the chair. Then I have the cable. Karen, could you help me with this? As Krill lifts away her now ponytailed hair, an experience she's never really felt before, she exposes a gray, like bluish gray mechanical port on the back of her
Oh
head.
no, it is as described. These are barely detectable. They are flesh colored. They are made to be. This is a body that is, one, a very high end body, but two, they've taken aesthetics into account. This is the Apple of net running bodies, basically. Like, this is a body whose aesthetics were taken into account as well as its functionality. And
Okay, so is this a gross fleshy part where like it looks like
No.
it's flesh and there's just a slit, or does it open?
no, it's essentially just a imagine if you ever seen the smallpox vaccine on an arm?
Yep.
I gotta Google that one.
It's that, essentially.
My mom has one of those on her arms.
Yes. It's essentially a depression. Now, what happens to what is there, it will slide out of the way neatly when something is put into the receptacle. But essentially, it's nothing more than a piece of flesh that has a mild depression on it, so you know where to engage an object into it.
Could you, like, put the cable close to this? I don't know if it'll automatically open, or I need to somehow look through all my systems to open it.
Okay. Heron brings it up against your base of your skull. Just kind of.
It just slides in. It connects. You can feel there's a bit of a positive connection as it in. Now, Krill, you on the other hand, Karen, I need a roll from you.
+4.
Okay.
God damn.
So as you connect, you notice right away, and you sort of instinctually get your hand off of the cable, because the body is now almost immediately in motion. Because as soon as that cable goes in, and so had you not gotten your hand off the cable, you would have immediately yanked the cable out if you were still holding on to it. Now, what you tangentially experience in the room is Krill just goes completely limp in this wheelchair. Like slide, head, everything. Just drops, sort of thing. A completely 180-degree experience from what you see from Troy net running. This is the reason that human net runners have net running chairs. This is the function of these devices, is to not only give ancillary connections and have, like, you know, augmented food systems or energy systems, but also to put the body in a relaxed, comfortable position that is supported in a fundamental method. Now, Krill
was conscious she'd want her chair back from her place, but nope.
Krill, what you experience is the most corporate of corporate startup sounds. It is essentially a jingle.
Ding,
Dun,
ding,
dun,
ding,
dun,
dun.
dun. And you are now in a black void.
Great, they left me with my thoughts.
Before you is just a graphic that is labeled. You see the Uridella Astra joint logo vertically, just sort of rearranged at a 90-degree angle on the side of this graphic, and it's sort of infographic motion text that's coming up. Welcome to your Netrunner full body augmentation unit, model 4.2, first time user wizard. Slides off the screen. To help you get acquainted with your new device, please follow the next few steps. And you see literally footprints illuminate in front of you. Give me a roll.
Oh, fuck. Can she walk even digitally? Doors and walking. Girl's biggest challenge.
Except this is an actual electronic experience. So you get to apply your hack to this. As you take those first few steps, halty at best, what you see pop up the corner, calibrating neurological feedback.
Oh wait, this wasn't even. Oh shit. That explains a lot more than I thought.
Please reach out and grab the objects in front of you, and you see 2 poles right in front of you. Give me a roll.
+3.
Calibrating neurological data. +3. You've already been more familiar with using your arms. The neurological, the wiring, neurologically speaking, is already a little more established and more efficient.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking of the Halo startup.
You can see which generation based on reference points for what's occurring right now.
I'm seeing Halo 2 from the lineup.
Say this is a shibboleth if there ever was. This is a litmus test. Next up, that sweeps off the screen. Please configure your viewfinder data. There's a little object that appears before your head. And it moves.
Without moving her head, she tries to track it.
Configuration failed. Little pop up.
She tries.
Please consider moving your neck.
This is a weird. Looking with my head is so alien. All right, I'll try again.
Give me a roll.
-2.
Calibrating for neck stabilization.
It's not my fault. My neck could only go up and down. It couldn't go left or right before.
Please take a moment to configure your avatar.
How does this work? Conscious or subconscious?
This is literally a preloaded set of objects that is factory installed, but given the idea that the people who would purchase this are highly technical, highly capable, and have paid a handsome amount of creds for this device, it's essentially a Matrix wardrobe locker.
Okay. So not boundless, but enough options that it's almost stupid. Okay. Grill just looks about everything. And just the camera not looking directly at what she sees. She just leans down into one of these digital cupboards, pulling it out. And lifts up an old diver's helmet. Yeah. There's no fish heads, so this will do.
When you put on the diver's helmet, you see a ripple of pixels form around and over Krill's body as a full outfit. An old-time diver's outfit, diving suit with the bell helmet and everything just materializes around Krill's body. Thank you for using Uradella Astra products. Please think here to continue.
Well, thanks. To continue.
A single point forms in your vision. That point spreads out to a line. That line starts giving a sense of movement.
Oh, well, we're going too fast.
Shoom. Everything stops. Krill finds herself clad in an old-timey bell diving suit. And now, lights, streets, signs, advertisements, avatars of all shapes and sizes coming and going, passing through you suddenly as you find yourself on the main street of the net, having arrived at one of the main terminals.
Oh, it's so crowded. All right, we're here. How do I get home? We don't have our own sourcing site. Maybe I can find it through its... She looks up Swain's junkyard. How does she look up things?
Give me a roll.
-1. The system isn't the same as her old one. She can't just will it into existence the same way she used to. She thinks tutorial? Does anything come up?
Nope.
Shit.
This is not the type. This is like asking if there's a driver's handbook in a McLaren F1. This is not something they would include from the factory.
Brill takes a moment and tries to visualize a HUD appearing in front of her.
Give me a roll.
+1.
As you stand there, describe the posture. How is Krill standing there?
In the digital world, she's surprisingly returning to the comfort of the old body, as she's a bit more hunched over as she's trying to form this in front of her.
How is she holding her arms?
Probably open, like she's expecting to hold something.
On Krill's left arm, and she's like, I assume, like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On Krill's left arm, horizontal to her vision, a deck opens.
Hey, there we go. Not where I would have put it, but I'm sure I can figure that out another time. Here. Is it a home screen or is it just a blank deck for now?
Oh, it's got all sorts of stuff on it.
All right. Let's see if I can find a search function in here. And she goes... She clicks library. See what comes up.
Give me a roll.
-1.
A lot. Essentially, this is not only have preloaded functions, but for lore, so people understand why that first time wizard came up, it detected a change in neurological systems, but this body hasn't been functionally reset. It's just like Windows going, hey, I need to install a new driver for a new piece of hardware. but the data for the operating system is still there. So Adrian Null Wizard's kit is still very much intact on this system. And so there is quite a bit on this body still.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of command. Wow, that's a lot of commands. Okay, this is still going. This is still going. Still going. And like similar to like taking off your mouse lock for the scroll wheel, she just and
shout out to Logitech with a magnetic sensor on theirs, so I don't have to do that anymore. Yep. It is a vast library of scripts and programs and data packets and documents and a lot of stuff.
Is it in alphabetical or is it just loosely everywhere?
It is not alphabetical.
Fuck. Probably date created or something like that. Krill tries to will a find function.
Give me a roll.
-1.
Willing it into existence doesn't seem to work.
Shit. Command find.
Give me a roll.
+2.
All of a sudden, there's a blank field on your deck.
Search function. She puts it into the find feature.
Give me a roll.
Zero on the die.
There are no results returned for that particular search. I will say that maybe Krill has an inkling that it's not that there isn't
Google?
one.
Duck it Google? Puts that into the find feature?
You get redirected to another hijack page because of a typo in your request.
Duck it Google?
For anybody watching, I'm literally live testing a player's lore memory.
I swore it was Duck it Google.
Remember, kids, vocab and grammar counts.
I don't want to scroll up. That's cheating. Ah.
Grammar is half the score total. There's a bunch of people having really bad flashbacks right now, though.
Yeah, no, I actually absolutely am.
Back to school, everybody.
No.
So fast.
Oh my god. Duck, it's Google.
Immediately, the search engine for Duck It's Google comes up on a little portion of your HUD.
Girl's gonna have to remember to program a did you mean function.
As you do, a humanoid giraffe passes through you. as you're just standing in the street.
See, where were those features? Whatever. Not gonna complain about that right now. Swain's Junkyard.
A map listing and a directory listing for that real world location comes up, but there doesn't seem to be very much of a net presence for this location.
Didn't think so. What am I doing here? Can I even log out?
Give me a roll.
-1.
Okay, cool. Anyway, what were you doing?
Yeah, no, I saw that coming. Oh, wait a second. I'm being projected from my location. Grill, you're too lost in all this, and she kind of just hisses at the ludicrous amounts of advertisement and lights in her face. She goes back to her find feature. Local networks service? Anything come up with that, or do I need to roll?
Give me a roll.
I knew it was going to be a roll. How about actually roll though me? 0 on the die.
Nothing comes up.
You know what? Log out.
Give me a roll. Instantly, you're back.
Yeah, the instinct to leave, the overwhelming feeling of I want to be out of here.
Instantly, you're back.
Hi, everyone.
How long was
Krill
that our
attempts-
time?
Honestly, not that long. I mean, probably a handful of seconds at most.
Krill, are you alright?
No, it's confusing in there. I didn't like it. I didn't feel like I had any control over anything. I felt very stupid. The net was making me feel stupid, Troy.
So, like out here then?
You.
Oh, good one.
Give me a roll, Krill.
+1.
You notice that your dexterity with that hand as you pointed with that finger seemingly was effortless.
Oh shit. Krill just, like an idiot, stands up.
Troy gets ready to catch her.
She's fine.
Okay, that was a success.
Your motor functions seem to have improved.
Hey, congratulations. You
It's
don't
my
often
internal
get to celebrate someone's first steps.
Oh, so getting on the net was useful?
I wasn't on the net yet when that happened. It was Uradella's boot up sequence.
Good one.
Mm.
It walked me through a calibrating sequence for my body. So, thank you, Karen. It was a good suggestion. I will say, the moment I got on the net, though, oh my god, fuck that, I hated it.
What was wrong with it?
There was so much going on And just trying to get on Duck It's Google was so frustrating because I couldn't remember that it had apostrophe S in its title.
Huh.
Yeah, we're not all of us perfect.
If you are willing someday, I would love to take you around the net.
Sure. May as well
Oh, yeah.
learn.
It would be nice to have 3 corpses in here.
It was really crowded in there. Is that normally how it is?
It is usually extraordinarily crowded. I personally like
Oh.
it.
I had people walking through me all the time, clipping through my viewfinder.
That is a regular occurrence.
Are so many of them naked, though?
Very, very frequently.
Okay. I saw a giraffe with enormous breasts for some reason.
I mean, it is
Why
the
not?
internet.
Why not?
I have seen numerous avatars that fit this description.
I'm a little older than you guys, and I think I should just let you know that, animals with breasts on the internet, pretty standard stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Krill, one day I'll
Is-
take you through the history of furries.
I always am eager to learn.
Not this time.
This is a reminder that Krill now has facial expressions, and she is very poor at hiding them. Sarcasm comes through exponentially, obviously. So, okay, that solves some of it. I couldn't access, or at least I couldn't figure out how to access Swain's servers from the net, though. It seemed as if he had little to no net presence, and the local servers therefore weren't connected either. Even though I was hardlined into the base, I think I may have just bypassed them completely.
Sound like a net runner already.
The net
still
will put
know.
you through ports. You will have to find this location yourself.
Does that mean anyone can walk into our server if they find that port?
That is a potentiality.
I believe that's why they have network security. I've heard of it.
Troy, how's our network security?
I don't know. I've never actually checked it.
So another backdoor people could have been just looking at us the whole time through. Great. Okay. That tells me what we need to work on next. Krill just kind of leans back, opens up the file manager again, finds the spiky green sea crab video, and tries to execute play on it.
Give me a roll with advantage.
Oh, come on.
I was really expecting a double -4.
The file manager comes up and you launch a file, but it isn't the spiky green sea crab video. What it is, though, is the network connection settings for your wireless network.
How did I stumble my way into gold? All right. Okay. Okay. Hey, I can even see the drones on the network right there. No.
I said the settings.
Oh, settings, not active. Log. Got it. Can I set it to add an additional user?
You can try and configure it.
Okay. +2.
You manage to will your way, and as we just mechanically aside, the more positive rolls you get, the more the cumulative tally will occur, and the less I will check you as time goes on. And we will
The less
consider
it is.
Krill having learned how to will this electronic system into acting on her behalf. But with that action, you have successfully connected yourself to the local base network.
Oh, thank goodness. Does she immediately hear the drones? Or is it more just like she's just aware of them on the network?
They are devices on the network. Whatever software Krill was running, this is like, you know, I can connect to a home network, but if there's a device, you need a driver or a piece of software or client software to talk to it.
So this is why I kept that fucking corpse. I'm gonna have to extract all of my handmade drivers from it, because I don't have copies on the net. Alright. I'm on the network at least. I'll try. I'll try. Network firewall. She's gonna try and will that panel up.
Give me a roll. Nothing happens.
You're on the die.
We cut as Krill, and you see in this room just sort of this body is this weird, like, you basically, to everybody else in the room, it looks like Krill's trying to take a shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She can do anything.
Right. There's absolutely just a bearing down that you're seeing here as Krill tries to force this. The first time it came effortlessly. Maybe that's a bit of a lesson there, that the more you try and force it, the less it happens. The camera cuts. The camera fades and transitions from a bunched up Krill face that looks very much like she's trying to take a shit. And we see Patty stepping off of the public transit. Just the station is the location is just like that same side of the street. It's just down the street from Lee's. It's right by the apartment complex there, and so we see Patty stepping off of the transit system into the early day sun.
She's making her way as the Gamer
Downtown.
Life apartments. Shut up.
Couldn't resist.
Oh, yeah. But she's passing by the Gamer Life apartments. She's giving it a brief stare as she eventually makes her way up to Lee's and just opens up, kind of giving a look around.
Before you enter, as you're walking through the parking lot, give me a roll.
Okay. +2.
There is a Lincoln-style car still parked in that parking lot. that you recognize.
She takes a picture with the codex, puts a pin on the map application for Dalton, says, "Hey, your car is still here."
Appreciate it.
Thumbs up. And she just passes by and just walks into the store.
As you walk in, the fluorescence of Lee's discount armor and weapons, sort of the bright white LED that is this store, just sort of right? Even walking in from a West Coast sunny day into this is still somehow brighter, right? Yes. There's a series of tills that you go through to, prevent certain...
Does she need to check in her weapons? Because she's got her taser in her...
Oh, God, no.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Some stores are particular.
No. It's... If someone was stupid enough to try and rob or hold up this place, they would be met with overwhelming force. So... Yes.
Yeah.
So far in the history of Lee's discount weapon armor and weapons, there's only ever been one incident of somebody attempting to rob a Lee's, and they were functionally vaporized on the spot. So really, nobody tries.
Fair enough. She's... How many aisles are there? Like...
Oh, it's basically like a fucking Costco up in this bitch.
I knew. Yeah, I felt like that was coming.
Yeah. This is a warehouse, for all intents and purposes.
Where do they keep the nukes?
Remember, we don't have nukes due to the incident. But there's a fair amount of conventional weaponry here that could probably get you into the threshold.
Yeah,
so
there's just a sign on the side of the entrance: "No nukes allowed."
Yeah.
She's just gonna start making her way. She's gonna grab probably like one of those small shopping
little basket.
Yeah. Okay. Let me think. Body armor first. Maybe look around second. And she just starts making her way just to see what all that's kind of like probably a medium size.
The store's fairly well logically laid out. Like when you walk into like a Walmart or a Costco or any sort of big box store, you can see that like if you walk into a Target, you're like, oh, okay, there's groceries over there, there's clothes over there. You can very easily differentiate between the sections of the stores, and you would see that there's a section that has like actual clothing hangers and that sort of thing, where there's this functionally wardrobe, there's armor, and that sort of like wearables section that you can head towards.
What's the type of material that's in her medtech armor?
Make some shit up. It's your armor.
Fair enough.
Welcome to world creation.
God, this is what happens when I read the book. Okay. I mean, it's probably just basic run-of-the-mill. Patty doesn't know the full chemical makeup, but she knows like the kind of feel she would get from the type of ballistics that would come at it. So she's like, all right, so we're going with a field test here. And she's just going to start slowly walking down, just seeing what the options are. Like, here's like the ones that are really heavy. That's obviously going to go with the whole, like, covering the entire portion, but she's trying to go basic vest style.
Are you looking for something more maneuverable and lightweight? Are you looking for so you're looking for something that's functionally clothing that is ballistic in nature, or are
less clothing, more like obvious body armor? Like she's wanting to get the same feel she got from the medtech armor, but she doesn't want to do medtech. Like she likes the feel, but she doesn't want the association.
Okay.
So that she's like, she looks at the clothes. She's like, I mean, that's cool. Then maybe that's more Karen's thing. Then she just keeps making her way as she's passing by like all the different types, and
then you see at a certain point a twin-layered fibro-mesh ballistic plate.
can you repeat that?
I could point you to chat.
All right.
Twin-layered fibro-mesh ballistic plate carrier.
Cool. There we go. I got that.
Sci-fi
And-
jibber jab.
Yeah. Okay. And she's just picking it up. How heavy is it roughly?
We'll say it's 3.5 kilos.
Cool. She's just gonna put it around her shoulders just to feel how it is, keeping her backpack between her legs. Wait. Problem comes with this is it's a little too tight, and it's just like a whole piece where she's eventually just kind of sorting through the sizes, getting a feel for the colors, and she's
They have a wide range of colors from olive drab to black to gray.
Mhm.
Yep, all the colors anybody could ever want in body armor.
I might just spray paint it later. And eventually she settles on one, and she's like, okay. And then she just puts it in the basket as she's starting to walk, and she's probably going to back towards like the middle aisle area. She's looking around. Well, look while I'm here. And she starts at the pistols. She's just kind of checking it out, seeing the different sizes, what capacity, like all the different components. She's like, I mean, weapons are fine. And she's eventually starting to wander and eventually ends up in more rifle aisle by accident. She kind of looks into like the first few sections and she's like, I mean, that's a shotgun. It's not really my feel. And as she makes her way farther down, she's kind of just maybe passing one by person, whoever's just feeling the weapon, and then she eventually stops at probably like the larger types of weapons, and she's like, I mean, this one's a little too big. Like, she's holding it and she's like, there's too much going on here. But she kind of eventually sees probably the little sleeker but a little thinner, where it's like it's going to be able to not do as much damage, but it's able to get a longer distance in the process. And she's just looking down the sights.
So are we going for proper long-range rifle? Are we going for... So this is the thing. I actually would use real-world comparisons here, but I know that's not going to be helpful. So are we... What kind of yardage are we talking here?
I'm talking probably at most up to half a mile, to where she can get a decent eye view and start working towards a distance, but not go too far. Okay.
That's going to be a decently composed. It's an easily achievable thing. It's just
Well, she's thinking of herself, but she's also just kind of playing around right now. She's not like guaranteed on anything. She's feeling.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, there are rifle options in this store, and I mean, of course, ammunition type matters as well. You can absolutely swap in a heavier load for or a lighter load and change, the velocity. You can change the impact force. You can change the distance that it travels just by changing grains and these sorts of things. So all of these sorts of things are customizable. You can tweak that at the ammo level if you really want to go rifleman on something. They also have options for, magnetically powered rifles and weaponry. They've got, there's a wide variety of like ammunition type, as well as like, chambering type and weapon type. And so if you want something that is accurate out to a distance, right? If you're looking for accuracy, they have things for that. If you want something that can put a few rounds downrange quickly at a distance, they have stuff for that. Everything that you're looking at basically in this sort of like mid to long range rifle, and I'm assuming that you're looking for something that will take down medium to large game, as it were.
Yeah. And, like a good probably 5 to 6 feet tall.
Yes. So everything that you're looking at right now, as you look at things on the shelves, you're seeing 1,000, 1,500, 2,500, 3,500, 6,500 creds sort of thing. You are absolutely not seeing anything that is in 3 digits worth of credits. But there are a wide variety of options in Lee's for everything that you could ever want. And if you were looking for anything specific, of course, you could always, ask for help.
Yeah. She's going to put that back. She's like...
The guns are all tethered to the shelves as sort of like the ballpoint pen or the sort of like electronic device. There's literally just a little thing that lets you take it out. Yep.
So she's gonna start walking back a little bit, and at this point she's going for more of a classic rifle. She's probably going for like the NSF version of a SKS, or maybe kind of like one that's going to get a decent amount of hit, but not like necessarily super accurate in that beginning point. I'm working with what little knowledge I got here.
So you want to like you want a cheap, I mean, you want a cheaper end assault rifle so that you can work that sort of close. A medieval cannon. Fucking chat. Yeah, I mean, they absolutely have all of those sorts of things on the shelves. And I mean, Patty, with her medtech soldiering experience, would be able to identify and pick out what she would want, probably. Though at this point, having seen, like, you've been wandering up and down the aisles for a bit, and one of the Lee's customers, one of the Lee's customer service reps comes up and goes, "Hey, dude, what can I help you with?"
There's the twinge for a moment as she's like, I've been looking.
Yeah, man, we're all like looking for stuff, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at like the higher ends, and she kind of just points towards where the rifles are, but I'm looking for something. I don't know. I'm kind of looking around right now, and what I'm trying to do is see something I could work my way up over time. Like, I want, basic rifle. I want to be able to put a guy down good, decent number of yards, but I want to start somewhere small and then work my way up. And I've been looking at like a few right here. There's a couple, like, I like the feel of this one right here because it's got like a nice little heft to it, but I feel like that would be too much to carry around.
Well, I mean, like, we totally have like all sorts of like, if you want like top end, right? You want something that like is an investment. You can always go Titan Armaments, which, I mean, of course, is like Red Sea subsidiary and stuff like that. So, like, I mean,
What about your used ones? Do you have anything that's a little cheaper?
I mean, we've got used weapons and stuff. We actually have these like new rifles in. They came in like, I don't know, a few days ago, and Bill was like raving about them and stuff. I've never heard about the brand or anything, but like he said they were accurate. Hold on, I can totally get you one. Hold on. Like you just chill out here, brah.
Okay. Do you want me to walk up the aisle or just here?
Nah, totally I can hook you up. You just hang out, I'll bring you one.
Okay. And she just kind of waits as she kind of like whispers under breath, I'm gonna break his fucking face.
What?
Nothing. I'm just chilling.
Alright, hold on, I got you. He comes back with a rifle and he's like, these are like, you know, they seem to do the job. Like they're accurate. Like we range test all our stuff, and like Bill said they were like totally accurate and stuff. So like, and he hands you one.
Okay. She takes it, just kind of get a feel for it. How is it? Light, heavy? What's the feel on it?
It is on a 10 scale. It's about a 3.5 to a 4.
Okay. I'm just writing down Krill's rifle.
That's not confirmed yet.
It's
you
not
haven't
confirmed.
inspected the gun. Inspect the fucking gun.
Wordy knows, Patty doesn't. She's just kind of looking. Is this made by anybody in particular? Like, or is it just off the fucking street?
I mean, like, aren't all things kind of like off the street? I mean, that's like how we all are, right? Like, we all use streets.
Okay, when I mean off the streets, did somebody just walk up and sell these, or is it from a company?
Well, I mean, like, all the companies have raps that, like, kind of come through and, like, walk in off the street. But, like, yeah, like, there's a really, like, I saw her, like, there's this smoking hot fucking, like, sales rep, apparently, that's, like, handling these. Yeah.
Okay.
She got a banging body.
Okay, is your boss nearby?
Nah, the owner's not in, but I'm like the manager, yo.
Okay. Patty's like, just like, oh god, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why today? Kill him, don't kill him. Okay. So, what would the price be on this?
Price check on the krill tech. Price check on a krill tech. Price check on a krill tech. $9.95. $9.95. Yeah, it's like 995 credits.
You know, I've considered it. I think I'm good though. I appreciate it. And she just hands the rifle back.
Cool, but like we got like a limited supply, so if you like wanna buy this one, you might like wanna like, you know, buy it.
Okay, just give me a couple minutes. We'll think about it. Okay.
Cool.
All right. What's your name, by the way?
Oh man, like what is a name really, right? But like people around here call me Dougie.
Okay, well, thanks, Dougie. I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. Like, what was your name?
Patty.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna be over here.
Okay.
Later, brah.
She sends a message to Karen. Do we still have one of those rifles laying around?
We can. Why?
I just started wandering the store a little bit, and I got caught in the rifles. I was just curious.
Don't buy one, dumbass.
I'm not buying one. I was just looking, okay? And they just were trying to sell me one.
Yeah, no response.
Yeah. Please don't let him be there. Please don't let him be there. Please let it be someone else. Okay. And she's looking back at the other rifles next time. And she just walks up to the checkout as...
Checkout's automated.
Okay. She's walking up to... God damn it, it's Dougie again. She walks up to Dougie. Hey, Dougie.
Yeah? Can I
All
help?
right.
What's up, Deborah?
Patty.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Patty Deborah. Yeah, I remember you.
Okay. She puts the basket and she says, I've got a vest that I was looking to trade in. And she pulls it out, sets it on the table.
Nah, we don't take armor. Used armor, man. It's bad it's bad juju.
What about medtech armor?
Nah, that shit's usually got blood and shit in it. Nah, brah. Sorry, Debs.
Not at all. None the slightest. It's good shit. It has kept me alive.
See, that's the problem, Debs. It's like it's been used, brah. And like armor, like it degrades, brah. Yeah, brah.
Patty's in like, oh God, if he calls me bro one more time. I don't have the money on me, but my question is there something I could do for Lee's to help pay off what I would owe for it?
Oh man, yeah. Like we do layaway, but like we don't really do the whole like barter system, though. Like I totally feel you on that. Like the system, man, it's constantly wanting creds and stuff, but like, you know, like Lee's is like a whole thing, man. They don't get down like that, but I feel your vibe, Debs. Yeah. But nah.
You don't need someone who could put people back together or keep them alive long enough?
We kind of take them apart around these parts.
And how much is the vest by itself?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Price check. Price check on a twin layered fibro mesh ballistic plate carrier. Price check on a fibro mesh ballistic plate carrier. $695. Yeah, Debs, it's like 695 creds. But it's like a good piece of kit.
Yeah, I see that. Just give me 2 secs. She backs up, hits up Karen again. So they're not buying my used medtech armor. Creds are 695.
That's what you said it would cost.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a heads up, just saying.
No response.
Okay. Can you transfer me the creds?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thanks. And she says, well, Dougie, it's been great.
Yeah, it has been. And he fucking hugs you.
Okay. She just pauses for a second. She's like, "Oh God, why is he talking to me? Okay, he smells. Oh God." But then she's just like, kind of reaching around and just pats him on the back.
Yeah, you're like a real one, Debs. You take care out there. You be safe.
I will. That's the point of getting the armor. And she just puts the fucking... She actually reaches into one of the pouches on the front and just pulls out a picture and just slips it away. And then puts it back in, and then just gives him a small salute and just walks towards the checkout with a fucking basket.
It's an automated process.
Yeah,
all you
just-
have to do is, swipe your codex.
Yep, just swipes the codex and just pays for the armor as she walks out and just slips it around. It's a gray color this time, so it's like a red-gray combination going on with her right now.
There's a little, as you put it on, it sort of just auto stitches up the front. It's just sort of auto zips itself and cinches in a little bit on you. It's a little...
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to pay him back for that. That's kind of fucking cool.
As the doors open and you start to walk outside, you just hear off in the distance, "Later, Debs!"
She almost just walks out, but she's like, "See you later, Dougie. Take care." I probably wanted to strangle him a couple times, but he helped, I guess. So I'll say that. And she just walks out and starts heading back towards the base.
As Patty makes her way through the parking lot back towards the transit station, now clad in with her new armor. What are you doing with your old armor? Are you just carrying it with you?
It's in the backpack at the moment. Krill said, once she is able to start crafting again, that she could basically break it down and make it to use. So she's like, yep. And as she's getting on the transit, she's leaning back and takes out the picture. As she's basically seeing Hingeldheimer Schmidt, her and Josie in a picture together.
What's in Patty's head? What's she thinking about?
She's thinking about kind of like at first it's like thinking about that nice memory, but then she's thinking about all the times she fucked up. She's thinking about the times she started fights and they only broke up because he broke them up. She's thinking about all the missed fucking dates where she just got called onto work and she just instantly went into it. As she's like kind of like putting herself down bit by bit, she starts thinking about Krill and her fuck-ups. She starts thinking about Dalton. Troy, there's less fuck-ups. There's a nice brief, okay, maybe I haven't completely fucked up with him. But then, Karen pops in and she's like, fucking hell. And she looks at the picture one more time. Come on, you're a fucking medic. Get it together. And she just slips it away, puts on the sunglasses as she's just waiting for the fucking transit ride to be over.
As you stare off into the middle distance, holding that photo, and the transit system whisks you back towards the central terminal. What's everybody else up to?
Aaron, why do you look so unamused? More than normal, I would like to know.
Patty's bothering me with dumb shit.
Oh wow, so it must be Monday.
I swear, I have to send her with a fucking babysitter.
I believe it's Thursday.
Isn't it Thursday? Hey, look at you, Troy.
Sorry for the 2 robots in the room. I just meant it must be any day of the week if Patty's pissing off Karen.
This does seem
Fair
to be
enough.
a regular occurrence.
Whatever, as long as she's. Hey, at least she doesn't have a concussion, right?
Hey, I would say that is a correct positive note to take. However, though, it is only Thursday.
Yeah, who has
Hey.
a concussion?
I don't know.
If I were to elicit a superstition, perhaps
Who has
it
a
would be best
concussion? Sorry, Troy, my bad.
It is all right. I was simply attempting a minor joke.
It's appreciated.
I don't think we should joke about minors. I feel like that's a touchy subject as is.
Dalton
Yeah.
leans over to Karen. Wow, the robots are going off today.
Hey, you know.
No, I do not believe that one landed.
They're trying, you know. I
It is a
I
valiant
tell them to
effort.
get good, Sweaty, but
I do not understand your Zoomer slang,
what?
and I can't Google Google it right now.
No, low key they can't even sweat, so they just can't get good.
Exactly.
I can imitate sweating.
I am also unaware if my body is capable of perspiration or not now. I can get cold. I assume I can get hot too.
Dalton just thinking about it for a second. Actually, Krill, if you learn that you get sweaty, don't tell me.
God, you're
I will
boring.
keep this fact. Krill makes a 400th attempt at activating a program she intentionally wants to open. And she tries to launch her blueprinting program.
Guy's got his roll face on.
He does have his roll face on. +3!
Now roll with disadvantage. Now,
You rolled to succeed on rolling with disadvantage.
yes, it's just, you rolled for the ability to try. Now try. No. Krill, having been successfully distracted momentarily and not trying to take a shit version of launching a command, effortlessly launches what she was wanting to launch, which is her blueprinting or schematics program. Which isn't yours, by the way. It's a universal utility that happens to be pre-installed on this system as well. Whether it was by Adrian or whether it was by UA, we don't know. But
Did they not transfer over any of my fucking shit like I asked? God damn it.
oh no, that's on a device that's currently plugged into your neck. Just because I open Microsoft Word doesn't mean the USB thumb drive files are automatically opened with it.
I have to reformat everything so my files are where I want them. Heck, none of the program has my personalization to it anymore. Can I even use my quick commands? Nope. Nope, that didn't work. Alright. I'm gonna do some basic exercises on schematics. I'm just gonna try and make a vase for a few, probably hours here, getting a hold of it. But, yeah, I think I'll have the table up and running in a bit if you give me the time. Can't guarantee super advanced work on it right away, but no, we'll have something in time. I won't be useless for long.
Good. I also got the impression that Patty was eyeing some guns.
Ooh, like what?
I don't know why she would want to purchase one. I don't understand.
Well, knowing Patty, she probably purchased one of our guns.
Probably.
Oh my god. My logo is on it.
You know Patty doesn't pay much attention.
Fair. Well, you know, like what? They sold them 99 creds to us each? Like, I don't know, with the markup, it's probably like what, 250? Maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. That first wave, really, like, I'm still proud of it, but my next designs, if I could open the fucking files, are much better. I just can't find those files. Give me a bit here. And you see Krill kind of just doing little hand gestures as she's like half willing going through her own internal folders.
Give me a roll.
I saw. I can see it in his eyes now.
He's a sadist. He's like, you're back to level 1, bitch.
You may have all those stats, but you are in a brand new body. So, as you're scrolling around, trying to open within this program, as you're trying to open files, you have managed to get into the sort of like customization preferences of the schematics viewer, but not opened the file browser.
Ah, shit. Okay, wait. There's usefulness here. Usefulness. I can try and recreate some of my old settings. Let's see where their subconscious protocols are. If I can learn how to scroll down the page proper.
Give me a roll.
Yeah, God. -2.
It seems that the harder you try to do something, the more difficult that task becomes.
Was Adrian gonked out of their head the entire time while using this? How the fuck are you supposed to stay calm and work? Their whole systems rely on you being calm. I'm not good at that. Think of the ocean. Think of the ocean.
When you do, you have an immediate flashback to the dream state while you were under. You can hear that woman's voice calling out something.
Oh, I don't like the corner of my brain I just went into. Oops.
Is everything
Krill
alright?
No. And you see Krill crying in front of you. No, everything's not alright. I'm gonna just go take a moment. There's a chair in the other room. I'm gonna go sit in that. And
But
Krill just walks past all of you and goes into the monitor room in the other space that we never fucking use.
As Krill is walking out the door, Dalton doesn't look like sitting with Chip. Hey, does this thing have any games on it?
Chip just bonks you again.
Oh, God damn it, Chip. You're gonna chip a chunk of my head out.
Yeah, so Krill finds a quiet place to contemplate all that just happened.
Patty can be walking down the alleyway at this point. Like I said, transit moves fast and it's literally right down a straight shot. So it's not that complicated. Troy, how do you feel about all these goings on?
Troy's got a mixture of weird feelings about this. He's kind of feels bad for Krill, but doesn't really know how to process that he feels bad for Krill. He's genuine. He has empathetic programming that does enable him to recognize emotions, but genuine empathetic responses, that's a new thing that he's starting to deal with. He sort of looks over to Karen, though, for some kind of reassurance, as if asking, should we do something? Is everything all right? Kind of thing. Not verbally, but in a somatic kind of way.
Karen, Karen notices Troy trying to get her attention and walks over and says, might be a decent time to try and poke at that thing I wanted you to look at.
I suppose so.
Get your mind off of this, Plus, sooner than later would be good. If you catch my drift.
That's understood.
One last thing. Karen sends over a message with 3 numbers. They are 4181, 4182, 4183. And they say warehouse numbers right below that.
I understand. And Troy just kind of walks over to the corner of the room, and his body goes stiff. And he finds himself on the net. Those things written down somewhere. Where the fuck they go? Oh, they're there? Okay. So, first thing Troy does is he brings up a search function. And searches up for A2B Transport Services Group.
And a full-featured web presence exists for this company. You find that they are a boutique concierge transport service providing services to NSF's more discerning clientele. They have a headquarters located just outside of the docks area, conveniently adjacent to, but not a part of. They have a facility that is part business, how shall I say, part industrial, part presentation. That their headquarters is dual function. They not only work out of it, but they receive potential clientele there and put their best foot forward. At the docks, of course, they have 3 warehouses. They have quite a bit of assets to their name. They advertise these sorts of things. Give me a second. There we go. Like fucking. They advertise their capability as a corporation, as a minor corporation, but a corporation nonetheless. They have commercially shipping autonomous aerial vehicles, so larger vehicular aerial vehicles that are able of transporting a fair amount of cargo on a regular basis. They've got oceanic vehicles in their asset range as well. So they're clearly working overseas in some capacity. They, of course, have last mile autonomous mixed use vehicles at their disposal. So they're not only handling some form of large air freight, large oceanic freight, but also handling that end stage delivery all the way to the clientele. So, yes, they seem to advertise, at least to the upper middle class and upper class of NSF. They don't have much to do with the rabble of the city.
Well, that does answer one of the questions. Just throwing it at the wall, I suppose there isn't any public revenue data.
No.
I suppose he can find their location on the net.
Absolutely, you can. They co-locate their facilities. So unlike some locations that have, we've discussed this before, there are facilities that exist in the net that are representational of their real world. Then there are locations on the net that co-locate facilities because they have no need for that level of data infrastructure. They co-locate their data infrastructure, but they co-locate their data infrastructure with, sorry, give me one sec. My notes are all over the place. They co-locate their data infrastructure with Velocity Global.
Is there a way that he can find this location within Velocity Global?
You can try.
I'm gonna guess that's a roll.
You absolutely. Like, I mean, it's not difficult to find Velocity Global. This is this is not a difficult location to find. There is a lot of traffic in and out of Velocity Global. Now, accessing the services, data records, or client portals, or employee portals of a client of Velocity Global is a whole other ballgame.
Troy's going to make his way over to Velocity Global.
Velocity Global is only one stop away on the port network of the net, due to the fact that they are a major large-scale transportation system for civilian and military goods, and they white label their data systems for third-party subcontractors.
I get the sneaking suspicion it's probably just a little bit above Troy's current experience level.
Well, as Troy leaves the port system of the net and finds his way using his GPS-esque tracker on his deck, you find yourself in front of a large facility. It is flashy only in the sort of corporate way that is flashy, but you get the distinct impression that the facility is hardened to a certain degree. Give me a roll.
-3.
You look up and you see Velocity Global Shipping. And underneath that signage, you see in the ubiquitous font that is found all over this globe and in multiple arcologies, a Red Sea subsidiary.
I think that's just going to be a little bit above Troy's capability. Yeah, I'm going to say that's a little out of reach right now. But Troy did get some information, at the very least. So I think he's going to log off. And as he returns, which was probably just not even a second by their point of view, Troy just looks over to almost called her Kathy. Troy looks over to Karen and states, I was not able to attain any of the financial information requested, but I was able to ascertain the kind of concierge service it is. They're a multifaceted concierge service that mostly caters to upper middle class and upper class citizens.
Nothing specific, though?
They use aerial vehicles, oceanic vehicles. They frequently work overseas. And they specialize in last mile autonomous mixed-use vehicles.
Appreciate that. Kinda already knew that, but thank you.
This is the only information I was able to ascertain.
Appreciate you trying. Thank you. Okay. Karen's gonna call Nerty One.
Hello, Miss Karen?
Oh, Mr. Nerty One. It has been a minute.
Yes, Miss Karen. What can I do for you?
I have just this weird problem I'm trying to figure out, and I thought maybe you'd help me.
Anything for you.
Appreciate it. There's this guy, Gavin Bayette. I'm not necessarily involved with him, but he's been up to some things that have been just...
The owner of A2B import-export business?
Yes, actually, him. Just some weird stuff's been going on with having to deal with him, and all I know about his business is that it's concierge. Do you know anything about that? What he does?
I mean, he that kind of thing, Miss Karen, is rich people want to move things they don't want other people to know about, and they hire people like that.
Just okay.
He's a messenger service for rich people.
Okay. Nope. I mean, that's kind of what I thought, but I was hoping it wasn't anything too specific. I was, not wanting to find out he specializes in certain shipping of small items from certain countries. You know what I mean?
No.
People. I was I was hoping he wouldn't transport people. That was my big one.
Oh, well, I mean, rich people do that.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
I mean, it could be cars, it could be like antiques, it could be anything. I can't tell you. Like, I mean, if you gave me enough time, and I mean, maybe I could take a run at their systems and see if they log anything, and then go from there. But yeah, I just initially, yeah, he runs things for rich people. That's what he moves for rich people. I mean, if rich people move, I don't, Miss Carrie, you hang out with those people more than I would, so you would possibly know more about them than I would.
Yeah, this sounds correct. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
I mean, most things you say, Miss Karen, are correct.
Oh. If I could make something for you, I haven't uploaded in a few hours at least. Anything in particular you'd maybe like to see?
Wet feet.
Oh, okay, so the usual then. All right, can do.
Thank you, Miss Karen.
Oh, thank you, Nerdy One. I appreciate everything you do.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Well, until next time.
Yeah.
Troy, dear, do you have a spritzer for anything? No, wait, never mind. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Or?
No, I thought of something else. Never mind.
Very well.
Aaron wanders out the back door to go into the alley.
Patty walks in as Karen's probably walking out the other one. Alright, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Karen has stepped out for a moment in need of a spritzer, apparently.
I've been teaching Chip how to play solitaire, but is not great at it.
Okay.
Krill
Well-
is in the other room. I believe she wishes to be left alone.
Did she say that?
No, but I believe I was able to infer that.
Okay. Patty, which room is Krill in again?
I mean, if you walked in, you would have walked right past her.
Gotcha. Alright. Patty's gonna step back, kind of just give a light knocking on the doorway. Hey, Krill. You doing okay?
I thought I was doing something smart. I've ruined everything by choosing this body.
How so?
Can't even open the programs that I once knew with inside and out with ease.
We got any shoes around here? Yeah, give me a second. She quickly walks around looking for anything. She probably finds like a half-worn pair of just shoes and says, "You think these will fit you?"
I don't know what my shoe size is. We could try.
It doesn't need to be big. It just needs to fit. That's it. Here, try these on. And she just kind of sets like old, maybe a little really worn on the side, maybe like one part of the shoelace on the other is kind of torn. And she's like, just take them. We're gonna go on a walk.
Okay. Krill puts on the shoes slowly.
Alright.
She's still wearing only hospital scrubs right now, so but it'll do her. okay for the time being.
Has
Yeah.
Krill ever put on a pair of shoes?
Never.
All right, so Patty has to like help show her how to put her shoes on, shows her how to tie
You
the shoe.
said there's laces. There's no fucking way she knows how to tie her own shoes.
Yeah, it's real easy. Just puts it on, double knots it. There you go. So, yeah, she just leans back towards Dalton. Hey, we'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Dalton is trying to instruct Chip how to do sequential order in solitaire.
Okay.
I see you, Dalton. You're taking him to the casino. I see you already.
All right. Krill, you want to go left or right?
Let's go left, I guess. Last time I went for a walk, it was Dalton to the right.
Krill. You have just been rained upon by some rather interesting liquid.
Ah,
I've got some water in my bag if you want to wash it off.
it's sticky.
Yeah, give me a second. She puts on some gloves and says, "This might feel a little weird, but we're just going to get it out real quick." And she just takes the water and just starts like getting the sticky liquid out of her hair.
I have wanted to know what the rain feels like for so long. Didn't think it would feel like that.
Well, to be fair, that's not the rain. That's the fucking backwash.
Ugh.
So, and as she just eventually just gets the rest out and just puts everything back. So, first day in a new body. Pretty stressful, right?
Can't do anything.
You're walking. You're walking without glitching.
I guess. But now I'm expected to go on the net all the time, too. And I can't even open up my freaking schematic program properly.
I mean, at least you're not me, right? You ain't a complete fuck up. You can go on the net. You can figure it out.
Net is cluttered. It's the pinnacle of human creation. Full of advertisement, bright lights, and excessive amounts of horniness.
This just sounds like the regular world.
Regular world, I can hide from people. The net, they just walk right through me and never are just always there.
Hmm. Hmm.
I wish this body wasn't meant for net running, but it's the only body I could use.
Doesn't have to be permanent.
I guess not, but
We're always changing, you know? Like, this is just what you're in right now. This isn't your this isn't your future. You can do what you want.
right now it just feels really hopeless because if I can't build, how am I going to build my body? How am I going to finish my work?
Look, if you start thinking too much about the future, you start putting yourself way too ahead, you'll forget how to take a step. You gotta take a step. That's the whole point of it, right? I have fucked up with Dalton, I fucked up with you, I fucked up with fucking everybody. But I'm still gonna take a step, okay? Because if I don't take a step, then I'll fuck up again.
I guess. I feel like I backed myself into a corner instead of finding the path out.
Maybe, but being in a corner is when someone gets really dangerous. You know, if something comes at you, we'll put them down.
I'm used to noradrenaline receptors being positive in my body. My old one, if I was stressed, my system would almost work easier for me, faster.
Mm-hmm.
This one seems to fight me when I'm upset or stressed.
Welcome to emotions.
It's frustrating.
It is, and as they're walking, they probably go up a little bit of an incline at one point, probably gaining a little bit of altitude. I'm not gonna lie, being in a fucking normal ass body, or as normal as we can fucking get, it sucks a lot sometimes, but it's a lot of cool shit too. You're able to, I mean, hell, the fact that you're able to just walk on your own without having Troy to help you out, I mean, that's fucking great ass shit.
It was a calibration sequence I had to run through.
Okay. And you ran through it and you're walking now. I mean, hell, you're walking up a whole ass fucking hill on your own.
I guess I would be tripping over myself if just yesterday getting up here.
Yeah, I mean, just look behind you. And she just points back where they started climbing. That would have taken you 20 fucking minutes at least.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This body has some positives. I just don't understand why it fights me the way that it does.
Look, you think my body always does what I want it to do? Sometimes you wake up randomly in the middle of the night and your leg just fucking cramps like nobody's business, and you're like, why? Like, yeah, your body's going to betray you, but the best part about you, Krill, is you make shit. You make all sorts of shit. You've made fucking 4 up here as he bonks me a little bit again. You've made drones, you've made whole ass fucking augments to yourself. Fact is, this is just a stepping stone. You do what you want. There ain't nothing stopping you.
Yeah. Yeah. Something really fucked me up during the surgery.
What?
I was worried going under the knife I was going to relive every one of my memories of that bastard cutting me open, keeping me awake. Instead, I saw something that ripped my core apart more than I thought it ever could. I caught a glimpse of what this brain experienced before it was me.
What'd you see?
I saw a beach, nowhere related to NSF, and a woman I was calling my name, but I couldn't recall for the life of me what that sound was. And I'm just so, I want to know what that was, but that isn't me. And I'm wondering what that really means. Am I really just a reused brain in a body? And now I'm living a life that once was someone else's?
Who cares? It doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because at the end of the day, you can choose to pursue that, you can choose not to. It's your choice. We're not defined by the things that we've done. We are what we choose to do. You can go figure out what that was, and you can do it and figure it out, or you can do something else. It's up to you. You are Krill. That's all that fucking matters.
I've lived my whole life, the life that I know, wanting revenge on that fucking asshole. And yet, now I know there is a whole nother life that I probably wasn't consumed by this at all. And I don't want to know, but every part of me is telling me I do. I don't know what to do with this information.
How do I say this? You learned something, you remembered something. It's in your head, you can't forget. But at the end of the day, just because you remember something doesn't mean that you have to. At the end of the day, you can choose to or you can choose not to. And either way, like, it's your choice. If you want to figure out who this woman was, go for it. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all changing. We're all making new things. And as they kind of like crest a little bit coming to our flatter side, they come up towards like the end of a wall. And Patty just kind of leans against it. I mean, in a city where things are constantly fucking shifting, seems like you're the one of the best people for it. You've changed the whole ass body.
Just hope the change is worth it. I really do.
I hope so. And she takes out the picture. I mean, we're always shifting. And she just opens it up briefly, and probably Krill can see like an image of Patty and then two other people. We're constantly changing. And she just tears it up. And she just lets it go.
You're right, Patty.
Yeah. And you know the best part about changing? You get to see cool shit, and the view just kind of opens up as some cars briefly pass, as you can see just this middle portion of Inisef with its lights, flashing signs, and just people briefly passing. I mean, without the body you have right now, you wouldn't be able to see that shit.
It would be a lot more grayscale. So I do get to see some of this colorful beauty.
Mm-hmm. Hell,
Still
maybe
weird. I'm only seeing through 2 eyeballs. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, trust me, it gets weird. Like, I mean, when I got my eyes upgraded, it was a whole different thing. It took a minute when I could like actually just see through fucking people. It was weird. But,
Oh god, right. My whole scanner tech too. I gotta find a way to put that back on me somehow.
yeah.
I don't know how to tweak with this body.
Not yet. But you'll figure it out.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Come on, let's head on back. We're probably gonna have to figure out something to do.
Your body doesn't have right to repair.
As Krill and Patty make their way back, the camera stops and they just walk down an alleyway back towards the base as things just slowly fade and a car passes in front of the camera and black.
Okay.
Emotions.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I was legit trying there for a bit.
You were using it.
Yeah.
You were in it.
One quick question I have. Was pointing out the Red Sea logo, was that basically a hint saying this is too high level for Troy? Or was I autisming again?
What you take away from that is what you take away from that.
I would venture a guess not to say anything about Kai's mechanical intentions, but I don't think we should be fucking with Red Sea or Blue Sky with how much we've been fucking up. Those are not companies we want to cross right now.
You know.
I
I agree.
especially since
Backing
our-
off is good.
Yeah.
Especially since we haven't exactly figured out our network security issues yet.
Yeah, no, Caboose, you made the
Yeah.
absolute right choice not diving further into the most top-of-the-line military establishments.
Yeah.
Like,
Not to mention, isn't that information on its own that these people are paying for Red Sea in particular? I guess they're rich, so I guess it's not that big of information. But
It's basically Cloudflare. It's just
Yeah.
paying for an in-between service for network security.
Also, I'm going to do the one thing none of y'all can do, and I'm going to go to the bathroom now.
Oh yeah, I can hold it too. Yeah, I've had to pee for a while.
Yeah. So
I refuse.
yeah.
I have not been able to hold it since transitioning. It's just not possible for me anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really have any notes. Yeah.
I did decide that now is probably a good time to actually let people know that Dalton is actually having hallucinations. I was like, it's been like 26 episodes and Dalton is island by himself.
You say that word hallucinations.
Well, Dalton still has
Yeah.
a loose framework of what's going on.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. So hold on, I can mark this at least. All right, cool. I have to do that other stuff though. I don't know why Debs has such a huge problem with like
Just buying a
Dougie?
gun. It was right in front of her, and she like clearly wanted it. I don't know why she just didn't buy the gun.
like totally like I don't know like why Patty's so like all cheesed off about like see this is like you just need to embrace your like inner Deb.
Rude.
Yeah.
Dougie is love, Dougie is life.
Dude, where's my Dougie?
He 100% isn't the manager.
Yep.
No, but he's smart enough to in case someone's gonna bitch him out to tell them he's
Yeah.
the manager.
Nah, man, I'm like totally like the manager and stuff.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Please.
Of fucking
No,
course, I knew
um,
that was coming.
I in my Zoomer brain, I am dead. I'm in pain.
So let's see.
They just had to show the hard millennialism for a bit there. You
I
know,
like how the two millennials in the group are better Zoomers than the Zoomers in the group.
Right?
because it is easier to parody a generation when you're not of that generation.
Cap.
Ugh.
Fucking yeah. Like I said, I don't have any real notes.
You think I don't know how to make satire jokes about my
Like
I feel good about that session. I feel good.
We definitely made an attempt at least being automatic instead of having to rely on Kai.
Patty didn't fuck up.
She got close.
Hey,
She
hey.
almost did.
But
she know-
but you know what? That's better than
Take it as a
crossing that
win.
line.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
it's
taking
okay.
that as a win. Patty was trying. She was trying really hard.
Oh, this is a
Ruben.
painful episode to be Krill. This was a painful episode to be Krill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Fucking smug face, Kai, every time you're like,
give me a roll.
give me.
Like you know.
And me with a boot up your ass. Get in the net.
Yeah, well, I know out of characters because Karen absolutely would be driving mad at the idea of getting in the net easier than